Do you want me to handle introductions or do you want to do it, Dark?
I don't mind doing it.
All right.
All right, welcome everyone to Speedgaming 3. Tonight we have another exciting race in the Metroid Fusion 100% tournament. We have Thunder99 and Naii the Bath. In your commentary box, we have yours truly, Dark Spy, and with me I have Flash Frost 1.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Excited for another great race.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about two runners of different skill calibers. However, despite that, they're both talented in their excuse me, in their own right, and I expect a good show from both of them.
Absolutely. This will be their second race, I believe, and this is Group C bracket. So we've seen a bit of some fixes over from Baria's races yesterday, Dark. We've had, after Baria lost his head-to-head against Thunder, Baria knocked out 2 consecutive wins yesterday.
Yes, he did. That was very impressive.
Yeah, especially his race against Big Ohm, where he got a massive 45-second personal best. So Baria is essentially, right now, because he's finished off his side of the bracket, is sitting in first place. But Thunder, of course, has that tiebreaker against Baria. So if he could beat Naii here, he'll be tied with Baria for first place. And then all he needs to do is beat Big Ohm to get the first place in the slot. It'll likely be pretty much that race determining who ultimately goes on here. But quick question, Dark. You know, we're both familiar with Thunder. Thunder has been a friend and also a bit of a mentor for us. Is there anything specific you're looking forward to in Thunder's run here as you see him practice and climb over and over again?
Specifically in Thunder's run, I'm honestly expecting him to get all of the important space boosts first try.
First try. That'll be huge for him. Because,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I say this because for those of you in chat who don't know, Thunder and I practice together pretty much daily. He's pretty much my mentor for learning the higher level tricks of fusion speedrunning. I see this man practice the Hundo space boosts pretty much around the clock.
Yeah, he does it often.
Like, Thunder doesn't often run Hundo. He is, much like myself, an any percent enjoyer. But when he does grind Hundo, this man goes crazy.
Look at that. You could see him on the bottom left here. Thunder just getting those climbs really well.
Climbs in.
Shot canceled. Wall jump, wall jump, wall jump. Quick hop, really good. That kind of speed's normally going to get you into that main hallway before 30 seconds. So excited to see that. You know the problem with that room? I'm going to tell you right now, Dark Spy. I'll do that room. I'll practice it. I will nail it. And then the race happens. And then I get like a 32-second climb. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, you say that, but you getting a 32 climb is still better than my average.
What's your average for this climb room?
33, 34-ish.
33? Oh, once you start getting close to 29 and 30, it's going to feel amazing, Dark. Trust me.
Oh, I believe that 100%.
This might be the hardest room in the run.
I mean, it's I have a hunch that this is the most reset room in the entire run.
Oh, I think you might be right here. Just because it's so close, thankfully, the way Metroid Fusion works, kind of like with other Metroid games, when you reset it, thankfully, the rules for RTA don't involve the 30-minute monologue that Samus has about her mission on SR388. So all you need to do is a 15-second or so dialogue with Adam opening the map, telling you to go to the quarantine bay, and that's it. So yeah, I've definitely reset in this room a lot. It's a tough room, for sure. It's easily the toughest room on the missile split because of all the tight wall jumps you can do. And there are a variety of ways you could do this. What Thunder is doing here is likely the fastest, but you could wall jump on the left side. You can do a whole bunch of different strategies to do the room. And again, it won't make or break a run, but hey, it's the first room that involves skill, so you might as well practice it.
Exactly. I mean, it's a case where it's so close to the beginning of the run that if you're at a certain level where you're starting to count frames to save instead of seconds or half seconds, I mean, climb does become kind of huge at that point.
It absolutely does, especially for a runner of Thunder's caliber, who on the SRC leaderboard is 5th place with a time of 137. And let me make sure I got this right because he PB'd earlier. I believe it is a 137.34.
That is correct.
Yeah, that means he is 5th place behind Destructor, who, if you recall, Dark, because you and I were witness to that amazing spectacle.
That was a sensational 4-way race, that.
Thunder was racing Baria, Destructor was racing Hercules, but the way we were kind of viewing it, it ultimately just ended up being Hercules versus Baria and
Thunder versus Hercules.
Or Destructor, yeah. And
yeah.
And just by the way, Destructor retimed that run. Remember, we were talking to him. He was unsure.
Yeah.
Tied JRP 2234 for 3rd place. It is a tie for 3rd place now on that leaderboard. So
is it actually?
I believe once that run gets officially verified, it hasn't been officially verified just yet on SRC, but Destructor retimed it, and it was a 136.52. Yeah. So very high.
That is actually hype.
Yeah. We got some people in chat. Hello to Cry, Loyal, and Hercules Bench Press, who is somehow a moderator on this chat. Oh, boy. Gotta behave in front of Hercules, everyone.
Otherwise, you get hit with the banhammer.
Oh, my goodness. Hercules, really good at running. Was watching earlier. He was doing a fun, it looked like a Nuzlocke of sorts. Can you believe he lost to a Magnemite, Dark Spy? That's horrible.
Imagine losing to a Magnemite. Just use Mud Slap, SMH.
Yeah, just use Mud Slap, exactly.
We are so mean for no reason.
Yeah, but trust me, for those who are on the outside looking in, it is all fun jabs. The Fusion community loves each other. We are all friends. We all love to watch and learn from each other. And in this instance, just talk about a fun speedrun game for sure.
Oh, Flash, let me just tell you, once the tournament is over, I will be back on my grind for any percent. It is over for you.
It is over for me. I see.
It's over.
I see. What is your time on any percent right now?
117.21. I will be cutting that down. I'm not going to say quickly, but I am going to be cutting that down.
I see. Well, once you get to the 116 range on RTA, Dark Spy, I got to tell you, it is a huge... 116 is a big... It's an awesome feeling overall to be able to... Yep.
I need that.
By the way, it looks like Naii the Bath's view is up. We have a timer here. So it looks like this is going to be starting soon. So thank you for the patience of the viewers here. And also, of course, thanks to the volunteers and the workers with the Speed Gaming channels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Looks like we got, it looks like the race is going to begin quite soon, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, looks like it. None of this would be possible without all of the incredible work of the volunteers of Speed Gaming. So make sure to, if you can, support Speed Gaming.
Absolutely. Follow all 6 of these channels. We got more than just Metroid Fusion here. There's many, many fun speed games, including, of course, Super Metroid, Pokemon. We see this all the time on these channels. If you're a fan of these types of games, you should follow all of them. You never know what you might see. But if you are a Metroid Fusion fan, don't worry, because we have another race later on tonight, and we have several races tomorrow. So plenty of opportunity to get that Metroid fix.
I see a lot of Super Mario Brothers 3 on Speed Gaming, actually.
Super Mario Brothers 3 is an interesting one. I've never really played those games, but I like watching them. It's pretty cool seeing the overall movement with the Super Mario franchise. Maybe that's something I'll speedrun down the line. Dark, you know what's a game I might want to speedrun?
What? Hit me.
Spyro. Yeah, it's very weird.
Interesting.
Very weird. But yeah, it's just I see speedruns of it all the time. But yeah.
I mean, here I am thinking about you speedrunning Spyro while going for 100% completion.
Oh, I don't know if I'll do 100%. That might be that might be a game I do just focus any percent on.
Fair enough.
We'll see. We have some fusion goals we got to hit. By the way, be sure to follow these runners, Thunder99D and Fabian771, aka Naii the Bath, who, as you can see, his gameplay is up. Yo, Thunder. Good luck on your race. We are pulling for hopefully another PB, Thunder. That would be amazing. Just give the SRC verifiers a harder time with multiple runs to verify.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding, of course. Oh, no. We're all friends here. All friends.
Oh, for sure. Like, one of the things I'm most grateful for joining the Fusion community when I did is that I made friends who like my favorite game of all time as much as I do. And
Yep.
that's a blessing.
Especially for a franchise that I wouldn't necessarily say is niche, but also is a little not as popular as some of the other bigger Nintendo names. But Metroid in particular, I think it's got the reputation for speed running more than a lot of the others. So,
Oh, definitely.
The community with Metroid Fusion, Super Metroid Dread, even the Prime games, everyone is so passionate about this or not this category, just this franchise, and it's great to see. Oh, and by the way, Dark, no big deal, but in 2025 we finally get Metroid Prime 4, so
I am so locked in for that.
Metroid fans are eating good the last couple of years, so I'm very excited.
Ever since the announcement of Dread, Metroid fans have been eating so good.
Yep. Oh, goodness. If only I recorded my reaction of Dread. I honestly think I was happier for Dread than I was for 4. It's hard to believe.
Actually, I'll be honest. Same. I remember I was with my mom in the living room. I was watching the direct where they announced Dread on my phone. And as soon as like the first hints of a new Metroid game were shown in that direct, I literally fell to my knees on the floor yelling. My mom was so confused.
It's that big. It matters that much to us.
Oh yes, it does. It absolutely does.
All right, so as we slowly set on up here, you can see that both runners are now on the menu, so it looks like it's just a matter of time. They're probably organizing on race time. It's the website, of course, that they use to keep track of their times. Once they get started, there will be a bit of a stream delay here, so they'll likely begin before you see it on these screens, but once you see that countdown from Nai's screen from 15, the race has begun. There's usually a 15-second countdown, and then it is on. All right. If there's if the runs appear to be desynced early on, don't worry about that. That sometimes happens. Just understand that, of course, the people behind the scenes, they'll make sure that these runs will be synced in due time. So don't let it bother you. Again, we're talking about 2 separate runners in 2 different parts of the world. This stuff just kind of happens. But it's cool to see everyone getting ready for another exciting day of Metroid Fusion. Best category, by the way, too. Dark Spy and I do
ruined it.
I ruined it?
Yes, you did.
I'm still not joining any Mappo tournament, so please do not run a Mappo tournament, Fusion Mods. I will not be participating. I'll commentate, but I cannot run that category. Goodness.
Best category. It just is.
The only good thing about that category is that you have a reason to go to the recharge room that nobody believes exists.
So true.
Oh, there goes Thunder practicing some doubles on the first Ghidorah. Can't wait to see that. Oh, man.
Doubles,
struggling already.
Doubles are one of those quirks in Fusion that for you to understand, you need to actually understand some of the fundamental mechanics of the game. And it's super interesting. So for those of you in chat who are unaware, the way missiles work in Fusion is that when Samus shoots a missile while standing still, the missile doesn't immediately go forward. It actually goes backwards for like 2 to 3 frames, and then it starts accelerating forwards. So for Idor doubles, if you jump, shoot a missile, then quickly do a spin jump, break that spin, and shoot another missile, they'll be lined up perfectly to hit the eye's hitbox at the same time. And the game will count those 2 hits as 2 separate hits on the same frame.
Very, very tight trick to learn, but really, if you want to be good at speedrunning, not even trying to gatekeep, it's just something you may want to start practicing in Fusion. And once you get it, here's the thing, it really becomes second nature. That's the beautiful thing about it. It seems daunting, but it really does become good to go, so... All right, so I'm double checking the race time here. It looks like we're just working out a few more things. Let's just see. Hold on a second real quick. I do apologize. Working on one more thing. Hang tight. Gonna mute myself while I work on something in the backdrop.
Right, chat. While Flash does whatever he's doing, since we are on the topic of doubles, I might as well explain how Core X doubles work as well. So a Core X graphically looks like a circle, but its hitbox is actually a perfect square. So if you can lure a Core X with its movement and momentum to a certain spot, you can shoot 2 missiles upwards, and the movement of the Core X will make its hitbox hit those 2 missiles in the same frame, resulting in the game counting those 2 hits separately. And Core X doubles are quintessential in Fusion speedrunning because you fight a lot of those. And since Core X, each time you hit it, has 3 seconds of invincibility, each double you can get is essentially saving you 3 seconds.
All right, we are good to go. Just had a little bit of a
Good
communication
stuff.
with Varia on the Fusion server. He's helping out as well. He's adminning this race along with against Speedgaming. So thank you all. And it looks like we're ready. It looks like we're going.
It looks like we're going. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Excited here. And again, if it appears that there is a little bit of a desync, don't worry. That will get fixed.
Absolutely.
So, both runners are ready to go. And here goes. Toughest room in the game. Remember, runners, you cannot reset climb. You just got to fight through it.
Absolutely. I did notice Naii got a time out of the ship on par with me.
There you go.
That is really good for Naii.
Oh, look at that. Didn't I say it? Look at Thunder practice. That room nailed it perfectly.
Yep.
In the race, yeah. And I promise you that's not jitters. It's just this room is hard. It's not an easy room. First problem with the game, or not problem, I should say, although it is a minor bit of a pace killer, you do have to talk to Adam a few times, so every time you come across a navigation room in this game's first setting, you will have to stop and just talk, and Adam will briefly guide you where to go. Got to think about Fusion with regards to the fact that it came out in 2002. It was a GBA game, so its intent was honestly to be played in short bursts. So this was kind of, a way the game was kind of maneuvered. You would have Adam tell you, this is where you go. This is where you go. And Dark, obviously, Metroid Fusion, it's one of the best Metroid games in the franchise, but it really does break the formula because it is a straight line kind of run. It's not something that you have to do a lot of crazy backtracking in. There's a bit, but it's really not as.
I see a lot of people making the argument of, oh, Fusion breaks the formula and whatever. I get what people are trying to communicate with that, but the Metroid formula is a complex concoction of game tropes and what have you, but in my personal opinion, the whole, backtracking to get new upgrades to go to the place where you once were to progress thing is really the only, quote, rule of Metroid that Fusion really breaks, because the atmosphere, the gameplay itself, everything else about Fusion is perfect Metroid.
I honestly agree with that. If anything, it sometimes also just makes the speed run more enjoyable too, because it's more optimization than anything else.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So now they're both runners, by the way. They're in the elevator. They will be downloading missiles. I still don't know how it's possible, but somehow Samus makes it work. That's got to be some powerful Wi-Fi in order to download missiles. I'm just saying.
You wouldn't download a missile.
You wouldn't. But Thunder gets a downloaded missile anyway of 247. Naii following suit. Looks like this timing will be close to 3 minutes, given the 3 second or so animation here. and 258, 259 maybe.
Yeah, high 258.
All right. By the way, I am keeping track of RNG mechanics, which won't play a big deal in this run race. I do not believe they will. But still, it's always interesting to see, especially after poor Naii had 20 beams, Dark Spy. Yeah, on yesterday's race.
I unfortunately I haven't watched that race. I wasn't able to watch it live. I am going to watch it in post at some point, but Jesus Christ, getting 20 beams?
20 of them. And 18 of them were before the Varia suit. So
wow.
Really unfun.
Ooh, that is not good.
Not good at all. But you know what? Naii powered through, and you know, overall, that's what you kind of have to do in this category. Thunder gets a beam.
That's true.
Thunder gets 2 beams. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Thunder does not hit the double, but Thunder gets an opportunity here.
A 3rd beam.
I see. 3 beams.
A 4th beam. Oh. Yikes.
1 for Naii.
2 for Naii. 3 for Naii.
All right, so they're both not having fun with this.
4
Was that
for
a full 4 cycle for Naii? Naii cannot catch a break. My goodness.
That's 5 for Naii.
That's 5 for Naii. 6 for Naii. Oh no.
Oh no, Naii.
7. Oh no. Chat. F in the chat for Naii. My goodness. All right, so great start.
It's unfortunate for Naii too, because Naii apparently doesn't go for I-door doubles.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thunder getting a 0 roll, by the way, for Arachnus. All right, let's see how Naii goes here. Thunder is now going to be moving.
Instant roll.
Oh my gosh, an instant roll. Oh goodness. And remember, for 100%, this hurts more. Oh no. Oh, no.
Bless your soul, Naii. Bless your soul.
Naii, you are a brave person to continue. 3 rolls. Oh
no.
Let's see if you get the double. All right. Well, you do have enough greens to get this. Come on. All right.
He's good.
All right, good. All right, so what is it? 1 roll for no, 0 rolls for Thunder.
0 rolls for Thunder. 3 for Naii.
3 for Naii. All right, we will be keeping track throughout. Thunder, I saw your doubles. Make sure you're paying attention, obviously, to your race. But yeah, so far, Thunder did miss those doubles. And you know what? I'm not going to comment on Thunder's skill because obviously we know Thunder's really good. But sometimes you're good at doubles. Other days, you're just not. You're just not. I think that's a fair assumption to make, you know, Dark? I pride myself on my Notori doubles, but, you know, some days I just don't hit Notori doubles. We'll actually see when I race Nacho later today if I hit my Notori doubles.
I'll probably be asleep at that point, but I will definitely watch that race in post.
Oh, thank you. I would genuinely appreciate it if you did.
Oh, I absolutely will. Any race that I'm not able to watch live, I will be watching in post.
Perfect. We appreciate that, Dark Spy. And you know what else we appreciate? When the SAX just blows up doors with what appear to be super missiles. I gotta say, those are like mega ultra missiles. Because when we get super missiles, we can't break doors like that.
Exactly. Like, what the hell? Like, there's two options here. Either the Federation is buns at making super missiles.
Oh my goodness.
Or the SAX did something to its own supers to make them like super duper super, you know?
Mm-hmm. Goodness gracious. Watch Naii the Bat's cutscene here. You're gonna see that super missile just incinerate this door.
Bang.
Oh my goodness.
That door is gone.
Yeah, that door is done. My goodness.
And the SAX destroys a good few more doors in the game.
Yeah, the SAX is, you know, it's terrifying, but it's also a genuine troll. A genuine troll. The SAX is like, oh, you want to leave Sector 2? Haha, no.
Nope.
It's a weird
Stay stuck.
Yep, absolutely.
Makes you wonder, since the X are supposed to be able to absorb the memories of the creatures that they infect, if the SAX's weird sense of humor actually comes from Samus herself.
Yeah, that's true. You know what else that means? That means the SAX probably knows where the air fryer is on the PSL station. Shout out to Monkey and GDQ.
Put the animals in the air fryer.
Oh my goodness. back to the run. Thunder doing really good in the room, falling in Pirate Fall. Let's see this go. His first stabilizer was stellar, 99 health.
Absolutely.
Remember, you and I talked about this on the previous time we were commentating. Missile management is big in Sector 1. It's crucial.
It is absolutely huge because you come into Sector 1 with 25 missiles, and you fight 3 stabilizers on your way to Charge Corps. So that's already 9 guaranteed missiles that you're going to have to use. And along the way, you're going to have to kill a good few enemies using missiles as well. So if you're not able to get enough green X to keep your missile count at a reasonable level, you won't be able to kill the Idor before Charge Corps, and you'll have to go back and forth between rooms grinding for green X.
That's right. And one of the best ways to guarantee that you get green X is to simply not get hit. And that is probably the biggest challenge with Sector 1, because you can memorize where enemy placement is, but every now and then you kind of have to react on the fly. And speaking of Thunder,
Exactly.
let's see how he does here. 1 beam. 2. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
No.
I guess the runners forgot to blow in their cartridges here, but he did hit a double at least. That's good.
Oh, that is really good.
Four beams for Thunder with a connected double, which means he has a grand total of 8 right now. Naii is on, I believe, the 3rd stabilizer.
8 beams by Charge Corps is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have PBs who have 8 beams total over the entire run.
Absolutely. I remember having an set of any percent splits where I PB'd and I only had 4 beams. Trying to run against that kind of RNG is pain. Would not recommend it.
4 beams over an entire run, that is a dream.
That is a dream. Trust me, I was carried that run. It took me 6 months to beat that PB. So, yeah, trust. Great movement by Thunder to get through that stabilizer. That's what you want to do. You want a damage boost and use the flare from the charge shot, which adds a little extra damage to do a 1-shot there. Let's see how Naii does. 1 beam. Please, game, be nice to our friend Naii. Okay.
No more? 3?
Looks like 3 may have been
4.
it. Oh,
Okay.
Is that 5, or am I losing track?
That was 5.
Okay.
I think that was 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one of the reasons, and you know, hindsight's always 20/20, but this is one of the reasons doubles are so important, at least early on, because
Very
doubles
true.
can help you skip a cycle at any point. By the way, great doubles by Naii on the core there.
I was gonna
saw
say
that.
was a sick. That's a sick double setup.
Yeah, this strategy is one of the older double setups. It's not as reliable because you get bonked by the ceiling of the previous floor, and your double timing is really tight there. It can work. I used to do that, but it is hard. So good job by Naii there to try to gain back some of the time loss from the beams. But
Absolutely.
pretty much before you get charge beam, the beams can be shot out 4 times before the eye door opens its pupil, which is how it's vulnerable. So if you don't connect the double, you're going to possibly get as much, in a worst case scenario, 12 beams per door. So if your luck is the absolute worst, you could have 24 beams before charge beam. Now, thankfully, the odds are not very high for that to happen, but it is at least technically possible, however low the odds are.
You just put a new fear in my mind.
24? Don't worry, it's never happened to me. I have had
Cool.
a 10 beam on the charge door because I was not able to hit my doubles, which is horrible. But
Listen.
thankfully, it wasn't in a race.
It might just be me, but if I was on 10 beams by Charge Core, I think I would just reset.
No, again, reset too. In this instance, we sadly can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Naii is finished,
Oh,
by the way,
man.
his 5th stabilizer. Thunder is now moving into Sector 2. Sector 2, a big difficulty spike here, not necessarily because of missile management, but health management, because enemies here hit like a truck, including those little fluffy caterpillars, which appear friendly, but I can reassure you, they're not.
No, they are not. If I remember correctly, they deal 47 energy of damage.
It's very close for sure.
And even though both of our runners have 3 E-tanks at the moment, those E-tanks can go quickly if they receive too many hits.
Yeah, they absolutely can. So what you'll see Thunder attempt here is to, frankly, avoid a lot of them unless he absolutely has to encounter them, in which case he will charge Flare, the ones that he'll come across first, And then,
Good
if there's
pattern.
another one in rapid succession, he'll shoot double missiles. Again, double missiles are big here. This next room is a big reason. Perfect.
Good pattern on the big room too. No need to show off the R-shot strategy.
Yeah, honestly, the R shots are something I have yet to practice. I should probably do so.
Good luck with that.
Thunder on pace for a sub 14 bomb. It's going to be close. Naii is now entering Sector 2.
Yeah, I think Thunder is well on his way to the sub 14 bombs.
Yes, I believe so. It's going to take Thunder roughly around 20 seconds or so from this point, considering as long as Thunder doesn't take damage, which of course we don't really expect Thunder to do so. You charge this Zoro here, and all you have to do is dodge a Rio with a quick wall jump, and you are good to go. And
precisely.
almost had the good jump there. I mean, not the good jump, a good jump. Barria would not be happy if I called it the good jump. A respectable 1353 though for Thunder's bombs.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, I was watching Thunder's PB on the side, and I think compared to his PB, this is +4 or +5 seconds.
Well, then all of a sudden, that's really good. And of course, we're still very early in this category, but
absolutely.
400%, especially for a runner of Thunder's caliber, you really want as much time save as possible. Because when the mistake is eventually made, because no run is perfect, you want to have that cushion, you know?
And especially considering the amount of beams he already has.
Yeah, he's already got, you know, we're talking about Nai's 12, which is a really high amount, but 8 is also pretty high.
Because on average, each beam from a Naii door wastes 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, and sometimes the eye door takes a little longer to open. Sometimes they open fast if they're in a good mood, you know, it's really rough.
Oh.
All right, Naii getting into the hallway with 3 Zoros, kills 1. All you need to do now is dodge a Rio, and you will also be on your way. Perfect.
Lovely stuff.
All right. Nai's now on the way.
I'm sure you're aware of this, but the different opening speeds for the eye doors is the exact reason why the 3 lost seconds for each beam is an average and not an absolute unit.
Yeah, I can understand that, because honestly, I've always used it not for eye beam, but per 3 beams. I consider it roughly, give or take, 8 seconds, so... Yeah, but it kind of makes sense, because 8's close to 9, 9 divided by 3 is 3. Wait, this isn't math class, this is Metroid Fusion! What's going on?
Yeah, no, like, it's useful to have this sort of, you know, I'm missing my words. It's useful to have this sort of knowledge so that you can understand some of the time losses when you're doing runs, because sometimes you play a segment just as well as you did it in a PB, but you just get 1 more beam, 2 more beams, and then seeing the difference in time actually add up to the expected time loss is something that's good to know.
It absolutely is. And speaking of, 3 beams for Thunder at Zazabi. All right.
My god.
This is what's going on today on Metroid Fusion. Let's see how many jumps this Zazabi has. You know what Zazabi kind of reminds me of? Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons. It's the weird hair on the top, you know? I don't know.
Oh my god.
You see it, right?
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, Sideshow Bob. Yep. 3 jumps.
I absolutely see it.
3 jumps on 2 phases so far. Let's see how many the final phase has.
Now let me throw you into another loop. Spanish football, or soccer for those of you in the US of A, player. Spanish football player Cucurella recently dyed his hair red after winning the Euros. That man looks exactly like Sideshow Bob now.
Oh my goodness. So that's multiple Simpsons references. By the way, keep in track, Naii has low health here. Nai's got to take it very carefully. Taking a lot of hits from some Zoros. Be careful, Naii. You got an energy tank coming.
This just goes back to what I said earlier. Despite the number of E-tanks, 1 too many hits will put you in a difficult spot.
Thunder about to go for the SAX skip. Also, thanks in chat to Delta Toast for blocking the pyramid. We appreciate you. I'm not even being sarcastic. That was good on you. Probably not even purposeful block. Great movement, by the way, for Thunder to get out of the SAX room.
Oh,
How many beams did Naii have? I was watching the dark. I didn't pay attention to Nai's beams.
I was watching the sack skip too. If anyone in chat could tell us how many beams Naii got, that'll be appreciated.
Jumps. Nai's got 3 jumps on the first phase. 4, 5, 6. Oh boy, 6.
Ooh.
All right, let's go. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, poor Naii.
Jesus Christ.
Naii got a 10 jump Zazabi. Oh boy. Okay. Well, Nai's almost cleared with Sideshow Bob. That's what we're calling this boss now.
Yes.
All right, misses the double there, gets another opportunity. Oh, doesn't hit any doubles. That'll definitely hurt, but it's okay. This is a 4-shot core. So now, nice quick acquisition of the high jump. 40 missiles is the checklist here, so Naii is on pace and on track for 100% items.
Screw it. I am changing my high jump split name to Sideshow Bob.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
That is just so funny.
Mm-hmm. Now, Thunder goes into Sector 4. You like Sector 4, right?
I love Sector 4. It's just... It has good music in both visits you make to the sector. The movement in the sector is tight, but it's not tight in the sense that it's annoying to do. Quite the contrary, actually. It's tight in the sense that it feels good to do.
Absolutely. It
does. And you know, the boss music in this sector is also one of the best tracks in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the boss itself is never worth.
Yeah, that is true from our very own Automata. Yeah, the Ceres is never worth, but sadly we do need to still fight Ceres because for reasons, you know, the game won't let us advance unless we get the speed boost, so I have no choice.
I will find a way to get speed booster without fighting Ceres. It will be glorious.
It will be glorious. Well, you could play the Yakuza RTA category.
True.
Really big. Our very own Baria really loves that category. He can teach you a thing or two about Yakuza RTA. It's a category extension on speedrun.com. Thunder with great door fixes, and by the way, the movement toward this energy tank was stellar. Good job, Thunder.
Completely. It was pretty much perfect.
Yeah, really much was. Not taking any damage there. Let's see how he handles the Skullterra. Dodges it. Perfect. Gets a little bit of a door fix there. Could have been a little higher. But kills? Yeah, perfect.
Door fixing. Door fixing is a really interesting mechanic. It's present in multiple Metroid games. The 3 out the top of my head are Fusion, Super, and Zero Mission. But I think it plays the biggest role in Fusion out of the 3.
Absolutely.
So, the way door fixing works is some pairs of rooms in the game that are connected by the same door have that door in different heights in each room. And so what the game does to compensate for this is that during the room loading, it actually makes a transition animation where the door moves to the correct height for the next room.
I see.
And so the way door fixing works is if you jump through a door that has different heights in the 2 rooms, it actually forces the game to skip that transitioning, and it'll pretty much just go from whichever direction you're entering from to the correct room without actually doing the vertical transition.
Another 3 beam for Thunder, by the way. So, if indeed Naii didn't get any beams on Sazabi, and I have not been able to confirm whether or not that is the case, Thunder has more beams than Naii! What happened?
Well, what in the name?
What in the name? Goodness gracious. Alright, here we
go.
go.
Can do about...
Yeah, Thunder should hopefully get a middle pattern here from Ceres. Oh, love it. Love it. You know what I'm going to do, Dark? I'm going to refresh my stream because it seems like you're a tad bit ahead. You called that perfect shot before I even saw it. You spoiled it for me. goodness. I kid, of course.
Well,
Great fight by Thunder either way.
advantages of actually watching it through the Discord restream. Ooh, Thunder cutting it close with the Shine Spark. Almost ran out of frames to actually pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely true there, but he did get some. He did get the tech, and now he's going to get 2 items here. Oh, nice bomb jump, Thunder. That is a new strat. I'm kidding, of course.
Out?
Yeah, he made a slight little mess up there. Any sort of bomb jump that you don't want to do is pain.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's so true.
Naii now getting the ouch missile. The ideal path is to go out of the water. Always go above. Time your missiles, and you will do just fine. Naii did just that.
Absolutely.
Great arched missile there from Thunder to kill the Sizer. Let's see this movement. Oh, that is perfect. Morphs into the missile, shoots it, gets it to the morph ball so he can just spring ball into the next room where all of the Sprite is.
This man is just too good.
He is. He is really good at
He's
the
going,
game.
he is also, for some reason, going ham on missiles.
He really, really is. Let's see how he goes here. For a second, I thought he was going to any percent spark that. Now he needs to get the item beneath the pump control.
Pump controls.
Yeah, pump control is the name of that room, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't make the rules. Actually,
right,
I do,
let's see.
but you know, because we're no longer calling
Let's see.
the Eber
Nine.
Powerbomb Cheddar
One
Bag.
beam.
1.
Oh, one beam. Good
There you
stuff.
go. All right. I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good with the RNG right now. 13 beams for Naii, 14 for Thunder.
Jesus Christ. What is the game doing to them? Poor souls.
Now, what is it? It is rough to watch, honestly.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice.
Oh,
a little.
almost had the 2-shot there from Naii.
Yeah.
Naii knows this pattern. Naii could respond. I don't think Naii does. Oh, could have had a 2-shot. This
That
would be
is
at least
unfortunate.
Yep. See how Naii handles this. This will be another arch pattern, but nah.
Ah.
And a troll pattern after the fact. These are some rough patterns for Naii here. If Naii sits on that
Absolutely
platform and aims down diagonally, Naii could get a better shot, but let's see how he responds here. A zigzag would be wonderful.
Oh, absolutely.
These are hard patterns to respond to. If Saris just comes out of the middle, oop, let's see if Naii gets it. Almost had it.
This is so unfortunate for Naii.
It is. The good news is, let's see. Nice. Good shot. Almost has
Good
the double
stuff.
there. Tries to do the downward doubles. Hey, listen, I respect it.
Honestly,
Oh!
I respect it. It's like, you know, go off, King.
Yeah, go off. Good job, Naii, getting out of Saris, which could be such an upsetting boss to fight against. You and I are very familiar with that. Again,
Ooh.
that's why our friend and fellow runner, Autumn, calls it never worth.
Absolutely.
Because Saris is never worth.
No.
Let's see.
And
Gets
it's-
the low height? Yes! Good job.
And it's funny how that and a bunch of other things, like some room names, actually come from the randomizer and not from the speedrun itself. But they creeped their way into the speedrunning scene.
Absolutely. And you know what? That kind of works because Metroid Fusion doesn't really have a lot of names. I've talked with a few runners. We want to kind of create a list of names that are a little more consistent across the board. But just in
definitely.
case, we have someone in chat asking, Pump Control? Yeah, it's a joke. It's Pump Control. Honestly, I just learned that the other day, and I am fascinated with it. But it's the Pump Control room. It just sounds similar.
I was with you when you realized that.
Yeah. Isn't it
We were
amazing?
in this very chat. It baffled me how you
How I didn't
haven't
know?
figured that out yet.
And,
yeah.
and I've been a runner in this community for how many years now?
I don't know, like a year and a half.
Yeah. Thunder with the wall jump strat. Let's see. Gets a nice spark, and he is into the green doors. Sector 3
Sensational.
is not the only sector with green doors, but for all intents and purposes, wherever you get these doors, usually the sector that they're in has most of the doors that are needed. All right. Now, there are a few exceptions.
Such as red doors.
Yeah, red doors are kind of all over the station. They're hiding some of the more important areas. But Sector 5's yellow doors are exclusive to Sector 5, and Sector 3 is one of 2 places that has green doors, the only other place being the habitation deck at the top of the main deck.
And the room to the right of the habitation deck elevator.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true. Where the red Garon sits, and where you get honestly the last item of Hundo. Pretty important little item there. Yeah. Never forget that item? Thankfully, no. I've never forgot that one.
Neither.
Hi, Bob. Bye, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Bob is the name of the missile, by the way.
I remember the 2 items that I forgot in the 2 Hundo runs I did that were 99%. One of them was the Torian E-Tank. And the other one was the Crab Room E-Tank after Red Doors.
All right, both of those are honestly major punishments because the backtracking is horrible. So I'm sorry you had to go through that. That is not a fun experience.
No, not really. And it's funny because I realized both of my mistakes at the end of the run. Because when you reach Sector 2 in Cleanup, is when you get your last E-Tank in Crumble City. And both times I got that E-Tank and I was at 19 tanks and I was like, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yeah, something isn't right. Why don't I have all of my on here? Should have two.
Whoa. Well, it was a learning experience.
There you go. Oh, Thunder! Let's even get the 2 round. Oh, like clockwork.
Of course you can.
This man is so good. This man is so good at Metroid Fusion, ladies and gentlemen. Thunder with a quick 2 round knocks out Box like it doesn't even matter. Good job, Thunder. Gets the door fixed. Let's see this morph bomb. Oh, perfect. Did you know the explosion radius for bombs is a little wonky in Fusion? They seem to have a more range in the vertical than they do in the horizontal.
That is absolutely true. It's really weird because, if I'm not mistaken, the radius actually goes up another half length up and down, but it's the same like in the horizontal axis. So the visual that you see, the hitbox horizontally matches the visual, but vertically the hitbox actually goes another half distance above and below the visual graphic. It's one of those weird quirks of Fusion.
Gotta love it. Fusion loves to play tricks, and Naii gets the wall jump strat. I don't even do the wall jump strat. My fellow runners are just eyeing me. They're like, "Come on, if these guys can, you could do it too, Flash." You know, I'll try it against Nacho later today. You have my word, chat. If I forget, I want them to remind me. Okay, I want them to remind me in chat.
You say that your fellow runners doing strats you don't do is encouraging you to do them.
No, I'm not going to do Nightmare E-Tank. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I refuse. I refuse. You know why? Because I see fellow runners who say it's easy and then they fail it. So why should I try? Remind me after I forgot. Absolutely true. All right, Naii getting past the what are those called? Hold on. I have a list here. I have this list always handy whenever I'm commentating one of these races. It is a Garuda. Those flyers are called Garudas.
Not to be confused with Gerudos from Zelda.
Oh my god! What? I just realized that. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Naii now approaching the super missile door.
Meanwhile, Thunder now making his way into Sector 6 lobby, getting a good door fix.
Kills the minions there.
Yeah.
As long as he's not getting hit, those things hurt.
Oh, they really do. Not as much as the Icex though.
Yeah.
A whopping nice energy of damage.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Oh boy. We have a unique sense of humor here in Metroid Fusion.
Oh, we really do.
Thunder morphing to avoid the blue X. Honestly, I don't blame him because I think that would have hit him. It was very close to Samus's sprite there. Sometimes Thunder actually told me to do that. He's like, especially in any percent, because sometimes you may not have a lot of health in Sector 6, and one blue X will kill the run. So don't take any chances. It's a healthy habit, I think, honestly, because anytime you get hit, you got to think you're likely losing a second because you're being pushed back a good distance every time you're getting hit, and you're also taking damage, and you don't want to be taking damage. Naii now with the ladder strat. I think missed the first missiles. Let's see how Naii does here, while Thunder is at the SAX.
Ooh, SAX. Like, I think a lot of people who like Fusion, as a child, had the SAX be their boogeyman.
Yep, was my boogeyman. No doubt about it.
I'm not sure if I've told this story at any of my commentating. I got Fusion for Christmas 2003.
Okay.
Alongside my first GBA, which was one of those wide ones that were purple.
Mine was light blue.
Ooh, nice. Matching the Fusion suit.
Oh, absolutely.
So I go and start my first playthrough of Fusion. I stopped playing after the first 10 minutes because of the SAX close-up cutscene.
Oh yeah, it's terrifying. It truly is. That face is not a pleasant thing to look at as a 10-year-old.
No.
Yeah, it's just not.
I put down my GBA, did not pick it up for 2 weeks. My parents were starting to get upset because they gave me that thing and I was not playing with it.
Yep, absolutely. You know what's funny? I have a very similar story, but it wasn't after the first cutscene, okay?
Okay.
It wasn't. Believe it or not, my father actually would occasionally borrow my Game Boy Advance to play the game too. So the SAX cutscene in Sector 5 after you acquire power bombs. By the way, great fight from Thunder. Hits 2 doubles.
Absolutely.
We are paying attention to the race, by the way.
Oh yeah, we absolutely are.
But the SAX skip in Sector 5, I was stuck. I didn't realize you had to powerbomb the block, so I just sat there while the SAX went back and forth, because it won't leave the room. It'll just stay there with you. And I asked my dad, I was like, can you help me? And he was like, nope, figure it out like I did. And I was like, oh, great.
Whoa.
In addition, it gets even better. I didn't realize that the SAX would be the final boss of this game.
Oh.
So I go into the big operations deck. I'm going to the top, I see the doors locked, I'm confused, and I hear the explosion, and then I hear the screw attack, and you, I turned off the game and didn't touch it for 2 weeks. I was like, nope, we are not fighting that thing. That is a scary thing to fight.
Exactly.
So, yep.
It's those kinds of memories that really make you appreciate Fusion for the terror that it was able to create as a GBA game in 2002.
Yeah, it's not Resident Evil. It's not the kind of gory games like Silent Hill, but trust me, this was not a quote. This was a lot of people, when you look at reviews on YouTube, they call this akin to a horror game because it's got some of those elements to it.
Also, hang on. Big high five incoming. Bang!
Bang! Gets the high five. You notice Thunder bombed 2 walls and ignored both of those tunnels. It's going to be faster on the wave being split to get the items that are hidden there, but it's faster now to bomb them because, sadly, in Fusion, bombs take forever to detonate. So you just want to get them done.
Yeah. It's one of the little quirks of Fusion to prevent sequence breaking is that they changed the amount of time that it takes for bombs to detonate so that you can't bomb jump.
Absolutely. And it's a darn shame because bomb jumping is so much fun, especially in Zero Mission.
I was going to say Super, but, you know.
Yeah, well, Super's not a bad game. You know, Super has got its love for a good reason, much deserved.
Absolutely.
I've just never speedran it. Believe it or not.
I haven't speedrun it. I probably never will. That game is way too technical for me to speedrun it.
Shout out to Map Rando players. I can't stand Map Rando, and it's not because it's bad. It is far from bad. I'm just not good at it, okay? It's a skill issue. I can firmly admit that. I am not good at Map Rando. So maybe after a few years of playing the game, I do want to try to run KPDR down the line, but, you know, we'll see. I got Fusion on my mind right now.
Now going for the safer SAX skip.
Yep. Naii gets through, only takes 20 damage from the almighty power bomb, which according to other M's Adam is supposed to vaporize all living beings. Inconsistencies.
Why would you do this to me?
Why would I bring up your favorite game? I don't know, you love the game. Chat, do you like other M? Let's bring this up now. Let's make it controversial.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let us know, chat, if you are an other M fan. In the meantime, Thunder door fixes into the Sector 5 room. Nice movement overall. Almost clears the ledge here. He's going to kill these chutes rather quickly. Gets a wall jump, or almost gets it. Now we'll climb up.
Brocoda is here.
Brocoda is one of my friends. Stream, who also, by the way, unironically loves other M.
I will never understand.
Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinions. Listen,
Of
I don't have
course.
Super in my top 5, believe it or not. That doesn't mean it's a bad game, but like that's kind of, unheard
I
of.
didn't know that actually. Huh?
Yeah.
What is your top 5?
Hang on, I'll show you after Nai's fight here. Let's see. Come on, Naii, get a double.
I had to go for the. Come on, man.
Get that double.
You can get a double.
Oh,
so
almost
close.
had it. Yeah, he had the good positioning. Just needed to fire, I think, a little earlier. He was a little late on the
Yeah.
fire.
That was really close.
Thunder in Sector 5 going for the yellow doors. This will open up the data room in Sector 5 so we can get ice missiles, which you might think are weaker because they take 2 shots to hit enemies. But believe it or not, by base power, they're actually noticeably stronger than base super missiles.
Precisely. So when you get base missile data, your missiles do 10 damage, which get, and supers provide an additional 20 for a total of 30. Ice missiles give an extra 10 for a total of 40, and the final missile upgrade, diffusion missiles, gives an extra 5 damage for a total damage output from missiles of 45 hit points.
Yeah, 45. And it's really noticeable, especially for bosses. You really notice in Randomizer when you don't have the stackable missile power-ups, you start to really get a feel there. Thunder clocks in with a super missile time of 3904.
I think you mean ice missiles.
Did I say super? Goodness,
Yes,
we're
you
talking
did.
about it. Anyway, you know why? It's because we were
It's
talking
fine.
about Super Metroid and you wanted to know where I ranked in the grand
that's true.
rankings. That's what it was.
That is actually true.
I'd say it's probably a solid number 6 for me, but that doesn't mean it's bad, all right? I know I'm
of
speaking
course, of course.
controversy here, but if I had to rank them from personal enjoyment, I've made it no secret what my favorite Metroid game is. Thunder, hold up! Does he get it? Perfect.
Of course he does.
That
Of
room
course
is
he
so
does.
scary. That is a scary room for any percent or 100% because you lose 20 seconds if you have to reset it.
It's one of those rooms where it's actually imperative to get it first try.
It really is because it's the only big difference in emergency, but it does still count. Nice,
Absolutely.
nice pseudo there. Okay, we keep getting off track because we're doing our jobs.
That's true.
Commentating. But you wanted to know, so I'll give it to you. My number 1 Metroid game is Prime 2.
Expected.
Yeah, followed by Fusion. Fusion is my second favorite. Dread is my third. Prime 1 is my fourth. And ZM is my fifth.
I see.
Yeah. All
See,
respectable games, so.
Oh, absolutely. See, personally, my top 5 is Fusion at number 1.
Okay.
Prime 1 at number 2.
All right.
Dread at number 3.
Okay.
Prime 2 at number 4. And Super at the 5th spot.
There you go. Awesome. And then, of course, Other M is your 6th favorite. We all know that.
Other M is dead last, even behind Nestroid.
Any Nestroid fans in chat? I am overly critical of the game that began this beautiful, not only franchise, but part the first half of the term of Metroidvania. Metroid, the original game, is what caused it. Absolutely interesting. Oh, by the way, Thunder now in emergency. We've gotten so off topic.
Get those Frankersies in chat.
Get the Frankersies in chat. We need to see
I
the
want
dogs.
to see those dogs. Yeah.
We need them. Yeah.
Give me the dogs.
Awesome. That's what we want to see. What about Federation Force? What a beautiful day we're having, Dark Spy.
We are, aren't we?
Thunder is now going to have one of the, I like to say, most fun segments in Metroid Fusion. There's no other items to collect now that you got that one missile after ice. It is just a rush to the scientist who holds Wide Beam. Who is my unique name, by the way?
It actually goes by 2 names if you ask different people.
Really? Okay. What are the 2 names for chat?
The more common one is Gary.
Gary. Okay.
But I have seen people call him Frank.
Frank. Okay, so Frank and or Gary. Whatever you want to call him. He's got our wide beam, so we must destroy Frank/Gary.
Absolutely. I believe the reason some people call him Gary is because of the emergency and Franker Z meme. I just take the Frank from Franker Z.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I can see that. Thunder with the 505 out of the double Naii.
That is really good.
Yeah, or Namahe. I was talking with Scotty about this. We don't really know what's the proper way to pronounce that stretchy. But yes, pretty much the stretchy with eyes. There's two versions. There's the Foon and there's the Namihe. I'm butchering both names. There needs to be a pronunciation guide here. Chat, if anyone has that link.
No beams for Thunder. So carried.
No beams for Thunder. And you know what? I don't think neither of us paid attention to beams for Variacore.
Oh.
That was our job. But you know what? Look at that sweet spot by Thunder.
That was beautiful. That was actually beautiful.
Is this going to be a 438 wide beam? That is very, very impressive. Kudos to Thunder.
Yeah.
Overall.
That is really good.
Amazing.
That emergency was basically flawless.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Great movement overall. It wasn't just the fact that the Idor gave him beams. He literally had stellar movement throughout. There are certain like check marks you could use with the countdown timer when you're looking at certain rooms, and he was just surpassing anything that I could do for sure. So good job, Thunder. He will now be exiting Sector 3, which is some pretty challenging movement, wouldn't you say?
I mean, definitely. You know,
I almost forgot ice missiles. He almost forgot ice missiles. Good job. He turned around there.
Fun fact, I did that on my race with Mike.
You know, you did that on your race with Mike, and guess what else? Scotty, we love him, but he wins for ice missiles and then wins a second time.
My king.
And still won the race. Goodness, he's so good.
Jesus Christ. But you know what? Scotty can go for ice missiles twice and still cook every single one of us.
Absolutely. But I'm coming for you, Scotty. Give me 30 years, and I'll be there.
Naii not getting a good pattern for the Ripper. Having to wait.
To wait. The good news is that it's better to wait than to reset this room. But either way, it just adds yet another layer of stress to
Absolutely.
It's awfully stressful. Thunder was not expecting the no beam. According to Schmade, if Thunder didn't shoot that freeze that side hopper, he probably would have got a 439. Yeah, well, you know what? I think that's a good thing to not expect a 438 like that. Really good.
Oh, definitely.
Naii now freezes the Keiko. He uses this so you could just run through. It's actually one of Metroid Fusion's better puzzles, in my opinion, because you have to look at the visual cues that the X are doing. They behave in strange ways. You'll learn that sometimes they respawn into a certain enemy, and you have to kill them a second or maybe even a third time before you can finish the puzzle. We will see that again, by the way, in Lower Sector 1, and I believe we see it somewhere else. The location is escaping me, but...
I believe it is somewhere in Sector 3, but I can't remember exactly where.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out for sure. But now, as you can see, the main deck has its elevator restored. So Thunder is going to do the one thing that I think SM runners agree is not correct. Saving the animals.
No. Put them in the air fryer.
Oh, goodness.
Instantly.
The air fryer joke. This is a sub that began in G2, and now we are running with full throttle here on Speedgaming 3.
I've heard that deep fried Decora is delicious.
Nice double shot extend by Thunder.
That was beautiful.
Oh my goodness, that is a tough trick to do. Pretty much as fast as the impossible strat. Oh, he almost
misses the spark though. No.
It's better to miss the spark than to grab it and then mess it up on the next room. So
true.
Gets the spark a second time, turns around. Perfect. By the way, Naii is now in Sector 3 emergency. So while Thunder waits for these animals to take their sweet time, they'll take their sweet time, they will. Naii is now going to follow suit with what Thunder did, going down to the boiler room to acquire wide beam from Frank/Scary/ the evil scientist.
Makes you think, if the X can absorb the memories of the creatures that they infect, I wonder if the SAX knows how determined Samus is as a person, and if in some way it actually has a sense of fear that Samus will find a way to defeat it.
That probably, you know, considering the knowledge that we have of Metroid Fusion, especially from Dread, because you really learn how the X behave in Dread. They show a lot of, you know, intelligence there. I agree. I do believe that when you're looking at Metroid Fusion's X, it's, I think, a good theory to suggest that, because what does the SAX start to do as you get more and more into the game? The SAX starts looking for Samus, because the SAX wants to stop Samus. So I think it is reasonable to suggest that the SAX knows that its biggest threat is itself.
Samus.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly.
Pretty much. Overall, decent movement. Gets hit by a few Novas in that previous room, so let's slow Naii down. Let's see how many beams Naii gets here. The curse, sadly, continues. Up one beam.
Just the one, though. Not too bad. Meanwhile, Thunder getting the elevator missile. And one really good thing about Hundo is the bit between getting ice missiles and returning to Sector 5 to get power bombs, because other than the two out-of-the-way items in Sector 5 and the elevator missile, you're basically just playing any percent.
Yeah, you really are. It's rather simple at that point. The movement is pretty much all you really have to work on. You don't have to worry about grabbing any items in that section. Thunder now. Oh, go on.
Being an any percent enjoyer, getting to play any percent during Hundo is exactly what I need.
Absolutely, because listen, I'm a big 100% fan. It is still my favorite category, but I can recognize the stresses that this category has show up late into this game when resetting is not really a good option because you have invested so much time. Nice wall jump by Thunder there. Let's see how he handles these shoots. Gets both of them. Can he get the jump extend? Of course he does. Naii clearing the lava rooms. That gets past the lava, or gets past the fireballs, I should say.
You mean to tell me that the pancakes are called shoots?
They're called shoots, but it's spelled with a C. It's C-H-O-O-T.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I just call them pancakes.
Name another enemy that you're curious about, and I'll let you know what their name is. Something that you may not know.
Let me think.
Some of these names are interesting.
The little bugs in Sector 6.
The little bugs in Sector 6. The little flies in the first room?
Yeah.
They're called menus.
Menus?
Yeah.
You're telling me that Sector 6 basically has a bunch of restaurant menus.
A bunch of restaurant menus with wings. Yeah, and they do a lot of damage too.
Make sense. They must have drank some Red Bull because it gives you wings.
Absolutely, Schmade. I am reading the enemy spreadsheet from C Stratty W. Love it. I could send you the link if you want. Dark, I'll send it to you after this. How about that? As a matter of fact, here, I'll send you the link now.
Oh, sensational. I will become enlightened. Sigiati W. Schmade, come on, man. You're better than this.
Oh, no, he's not. You're giving
no, he really isn't.
The funny thing about Schmade, I love to give shout-outs to fellow speedrunners in this community. I have beaten Schmade on 100%, but Schmade has only run this category like 10 times. And whenever Schmade runs, Schmade beats me, but Schmade does not like 100%. I don't know why. It's a really, really good category. But Schmade's on that Dark Spy mindset, you know, where any percent just better.
Absolutely.
All right, Thunder's about to enter this next room. Let's see how Thunder handles what we call in the business Ripper Road. Lay a power bomb, kill this red Garon from below, and now see how he handles it. All right, first good freeze, overall good.
Having to wait for that second Ripper is not too good, but you know, it's not too bad either.
Bam, easy. Thunder makes it look easy. Good job, Thunder. Naii is now heading toward animals with 96 missiles. More than enough to handle any enemy that is thrown Naï's way, by the way.
I don't know, Flash. He might be cooked.
What? I don't know about that. Oh, nice shot extend. There you go.
Okay, cook.
There you go.
Naii is cooking.
Naii jumps up there. We got to teach Naii about that door fix, but that's okay.
Yes, we do, because that one is huge.
Let's see Naii handle the speed boost. Does he get it? Oh,
yes, he does.
Very close. Rubbing up.
Oh, no.
No! It took too
Backup though? Yo, gets the backup
Nice
almost. Come on.
Almost. Up. There you go.
Makes
Could've
it
done
work.
that back up a little faster, but you know what? Naii did not let the mess up get. That's the thing. It's a speed run. You got to do
Exactly.
the backup immediately after. So gets the wall, jumps through there. Thunder has
Also,
now.
the animals RNG for Naii? Whoa.
Naii deserves this.
This is true.
After the 37,000 beams Nai's been getting, Naii deserves some good animals. Naii also
Meanwhile,
deserves a 0-1 Yakuza. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. Speaking of Yakuza, my favorite boss of Fusion, Thunder is on his way there.
That's absolutely true. And you know what? I think if I'm not thinking about it from a speedrun perspective, Yakuza really is one of the best designed bosses in this game. It really challenges your wits, your reaction time, and also it teaches you to conserve those missiles because you might need all of them.
That is so true, actually.
Really is a fun boss, and of course it has Saris's music, and if you like Saris's music, then bam.
We need to start readying up some cat jams for when Thunder gets to Yakuza.
Chat, we got, I'd say, roughly 2.5 minutes. Get those cat jams or whatever dancing emotes. All right? We want to see them when we hear the Yakuza music in roughly 2.5 minutes or so. Thunder's going to look at that. Perfect fall. Nice quick morph. As soon as those powerbomb blocks are exposed, you can run out of that room. It counts as them being destroyed in the transition. Nice JRP jump. A confirmed strategy that JRP has endorsed. I am lying to you. But it's still fun to do.
Absolutely. You can tell from the way Thunder plays that he's just one of those players who practices daily around the clock.
Absolutely, he does. And it pays off.
Evidently. I believe Thunder started running Fusion, last year?
Yes, Thunder started running in, I believe, the spring of 2023. And Thunder's rise up into the community has been something of legend because Schmade and Baria, two really good runners in this community, were good teachers for Thunder, right? And Thunder just really picked up on the tech very quickly, started beating everyone very quickly. If you watch Thunder's runs, this man picks up strategies very fast and has, within a year and a half or so, risen to the top 5 in 100%, right?
Yes.
And in any percent is number 4.
And speaking of any percent, he's number 4, but only 3 seconds behind legendary Fusion player JRP.
That's right. Thunder, though, getting some beams, so the game does not want him to succeed today.
No.
3 beams. Ugh.
However, Thunder is better than a certain fraud called Mike Food.
Oh no, we're starting drama in the Fusion community. I do not condone Dark Spy's behavior, chat, okay? Do not condone this.
Nah, he knows I'm just kidding. I love you, Mike.
Yeah, Mike and Dark Spy had a very entertaining race a few days ago.
Including bathroom percent.
Yeah, bathroom percent. Dark Spy took a bathroom break and then proceeded to clean the station backward. Dark,
oh, absolutely.
I still question your motives there, but you know what? You made it fun. And so I think at the end of the day, that's what matters. Yeah. How many beers did Mike have?
I believe 7 or 8.
Good question. Who knows? Either way, they had a fun time. Nice doubles from Thunder. Does he get the triple double here?
Of course he does.
Of course he does. Naii now about to see the SAX skip. Let's see how Naii handles this. Gets the morph ball. Perfect power bomb placement. All right.
That is so true, Brocoda. We got to see 2 different category extensions for Fusion. In my race with Mike, we got to see me do bathroom percent, and we got to see Mike do beer percent.
Very fun, interesting category extensions, which I don't believe exist on the leaderboard. So either y'all are making something up, or the admins on FSRC are behind.
I choose to believe that they're behind the times.
Oh boy, I think we have to ping Baria and Monkey after this race and tell them to get on it, adding bathroom percent
and beer percent.
There are some interesting category extensions in this community, by the way, including, again, Yakuza RTA, 200 missiles, all power bombs, and 69%, which is held by a great world record by Baria. So.
Baria. And my personal favorite category extension, map completion.
Yeah, map completion is 100%, but just for the map tiles, which means you're entering a lot of rooms that you'll just never see at any percent and 100%. So,
exactly. And the cool thing about it is, and you know, I am going to toot my own horn here. There's a lot of cool optimizations and visual cues that you can use to do a lot of the rooms quicker.
Yeah, very much so. And again, it is a speed category. Listen, I may not enjoy it, but if you are a completionist who likes filling up a map, that is a perfect category for you. And I highly suggest if there are people in this chat who want to run the game, it doesn't have to be 100% or any percent. If there are categories that people want to run, you can do it.
Just go for it. Fusion is such a fun game to play fast. Like, Flash knows this. One of the reasons I was avoiding starting to speedrun Fusion was because I felt like I liked this game too much to risk having it ruined by me wanting to play it fast. But let me tell you, speedrunning it just made me love the game even more. So if you're a Fusion enjoyer, you will enjoy speedrunning it.
Yeah, it is no doubt one of the most fun things about the game. But yes, it does kind of change my perspective. I can thankfully look at the game when I'm watching someone new play it and just enjoy the ride, enjoy their exploration like I did when I was young. But at the same time, I could never do that anymore. I can only play this game fast now. Like, so that is the cost. But overall, just make sure, and I say this for everyone, have a healthy relationship with the games you're playing. If you want to play them fast or just casual, you could do that. Thunder missed something there.
Ooh,
Thunder!
showing up.
You amazing human being! He did it! He showed everyone on Speedgaming 3 that there is indeed a hidden recharge room above Notori. I am not a fraud. Thunder, you are amazing for that. Chat now has no choice but to believe what I'm saying. I was never gaslighting you guys. There's always a recharge room there.
And that is why Thunder is my king.
Thunder just with the top 10 moments right there in Metroid Fusion speed running this tournament. Oh, love it. Thank you, Thunder. I hope you PB with this too. Just so you can get an easy time save there as well. You deserve it.
Absolutely.
Great movement, by the way, in the ouch room to space jump and pseudo screw that ouch. Sometimes that ouch is on the missile, and it's just faster to run into it if you have a pseudo wave or pseudo screw. Pseudo wave is Metroid Dread. Wrong game there.
Also, I've been quietly, well, quote, quietly watching Naii with some really decent movement in the way to the ship.
That's right. I did see a nice early power bomb, and I was wondering if Naii had set that too early, but no, Naii literally set that in the perfect spot.
Yeah.
By the way, some tidbits. We're talking a lot about Thunder, but Naii is really good at Metroid 2, plays a lot of 100%, and also, remember how I was talking so highly of Metroid Prime 2? Well, what do you know? Naii is a speedrunner for Metroid Prime 2 any percent as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right. And
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, so many respects to Naii there. If you are a fan of Metroid Prime 2 or just Metroid Prime in general, if you follow Naii on Twitch, Naii will play those games quite often. And also, remember when we were doing those randomizer seeds of the week? I was winning a few of those. We would do categories of a spoiler-logged randomizer, and the objective was to speed run the game, finding the best optimal route using as limited items as possible. And Naii was really able to take that. So Naii knows his stuff here. You know, these runners are good Metroid players, both of them. And that's what we love about this game. Everyone is known for their specific strengths. Let's see. Oh, is Thunder gonna go for the Shine Spark? By the way, did you see that? Naii almost got a 0-1, or I think a 1-1.
It was a 1-1.
It was very.
It would have been a 1-1.
He just missed one missile overall. Very close.
So.
Yeah, you know what?
Now it's a 1-4.
Now it's a 1-4.
Come on.
There you go. You know what? Very close.
Got it into the red though, which is always very funny.
Yeah. Sadly, it doesn't change the fact that you have to do the same amount of damage to Yakuza.
Yeah.
But yep, Yakuza just turns red a little early because Naii pumped him full of missiles. A lot of them. Look at that. Up. Bam.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a certain amount of damage you can do to Yakuza where it just kind of instantly dies without going into the second phase.
I believe you could do that in TAS. I believe it was in Biospark TAS. I'm not too sure.
I think so.
Yeah, it was.
Was that a double from Naii?
Yes, it was, as a matter of fact. Good job, Naii, with the double. Saves a few seconds there, which is really good.
3
Thunder
seconds.
gets hit by the Garibus there. Does he get the power bomb blocks to break? Yes, he does. So he'll be able to collect this power bomb right here near the recharge room. But that's another recharge room, I promise. I promise, chat. We're hitting recharge rooms all over this darn space station.
Naii is part of that batch of fusion runners alongside, well, you know, Nacho, Nyaru, them lot who are still in the 150s in Hundo, where also free E-Tank,
Oh my god.
where with consistent practice, I just know that their times will start coming down like a bowling ball free falling.
Yep, they will, because they put in the work for this. And once you start getting past certain milestones, sub 150, sub 145, it is a great thing. And I highly encourage these runners to continue because they're all capable of doing so. Thunder with a quick first kill on Nightmare. SAX following very close to Naii, but Naii is able to quickly move away. Good job. Avoids the SAX's Ice Beam attack. Not to be confused with the 95 base power move in Pokemon, which is also pretty lethal. I'm a Rayquaza fan, man. I do not like Ice Beam. Oh,
I like Ice Beam if they're on my Pokemon.
yeah. Thunder missing a double. He's been really good with doubles. A rare mistake from him.
That's true.
Does sweet spot the gravity core. Naii needs to get this one shot. There you go. Kills all of the Puyos and now can get the power bomb.
Alright, Flash, tell chat what your favorite Pokemon is.
Rayquaza. No doubt
hell
about it.
yeah.
I am basic. All three of my favorite Pokemon are from the Hoenn region. I am a big Ruby and Sapphire fan. I grew up, believe it or not, with Red version, but I was never too fond of Kanto. So Hoenn is
That's fair enough.
Chat! Join in on the conversation. What is your favorite Pokemon game? I understand this is a Metroid chat, but we like to spice it up here when
Of
Flash and
course.
Darth take the commentary. We like to talk about whatever's on our mind, as well as, of course, these stellar runners, Thunder getting that power bomb. But yeah, Hoenn. They should remake Hoenn all the time.
I agree. I think the two regions that deserve remakes the most are Hoenn and Sinnoh.
Yep, I can agree with that.
2 generations that were just absolute bangers in a row.
As long as you take away the fog mechanic in Sinnoh, goodness.
I had to agree with that one, actually.
Oh, fog.
Fog.
You know what? Fog gives me the same vibes as the worst room in the game, which is the room that Thunder is in right now, and he's getting hit by a few of the yards and their projectiles. Gets through, though, quite nicely, only taking minimal damage. What were you going to say about Pokemon, by the way? I didn't want to take it away from you.
I was going to say that my favorite Pokemon is from Sinnoh. It is Empoleon.
Empoleon. That is a great generation starter. Honestly, that's my favorite starter in that generation, too.
Oh, you are a based individual just for that.
The Emperor Penguin is just awesome. An amazing creature in real life, and they made an awesome Pokemon. All right, Naii gets an energy tank. Now, you might notice, if you've been paying attention to Nai's item count, that when Naii was at the Yakuza split, Naii had 16 power bombs instead of the usual 18. Naii elects to choose to do Ripper Road and Cleanup. So you will see Naii do that. It's not something that Naii forgets. I've noticed that is a preferred route choice by Naii. So you will see that there.
If I'm not mistaken, getting Ripper Road or Ripper Highway, whatever you call it, in Cleanup, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that it is faster IGT.
If it is faster IGT, then that would make sense for runners who have run this game for a while, because it was in 2019, I believe, rules changed from IGT being the primary timing method to RTA, or real-time attack. So it would make sense. I know Naii has been running these games for a bit, so maybe that could be the reason there. Something interesting to ask for sure post-game when Naii joins us for the commentary here.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Thunder making quick work of getting red doors and is now on his way out of Sector 4. Just needs to pick up an item first.
We got to remind Naii to get this item in particular. Naii did forget this one in cleanup last time, so Naii didn't have to go out of his way. By the way, an interesting tech coming up. You and I both hate it. Well, I think most Metroid runners hate it. It is the infamous Kago Spark. It's rough.
I don't hate it. I just think it's annoying.
Yeah, it definitely is annoying. It's not too hard, but it's easy to mess up. And if you mess this trick up, kind of like the ice missile, it's a 20-second loss. If you're fast enough, you can probably drop it to maybe 15 seconds or so. Believe it or not, it happened to Barya yesterday in his PB.
Really?
Yeah. He was minus 17 at this point after golding gravity, and then lost a good 12 or 15 seconds or so. I forget how much. He was still ahead of pace, though, and proceeded to have what I'd like to call one of the most based cleanups of all time. All right, Naii is now going. Let's see if Naii can handle this Shine Spark. Does he get enough time? It's a high jump. Yes! Good job, Naii.
Good stuff.
Because you can let go of the controller for like 5 seconds while you just watch Samus go zoom. Zoom,
now,
zoom.
Flash, let me tell you about Nai's pace.
All right.
Because I do have his stream open on the side. So, at Animals, Naii was plus 1 minute and 16.
Okay.
At Plasma Beam, he was minus 2.3.
Really? So Naii has had a minute plus of comeback. So Naii is on. Are you saying Naii right now is on a?
Naii right now is on PB pace.
All right, that's really good. So we're hoping for Naii to succeed here. Listen, at the end of the day, yes, this is a race. Yes, right now Thunder's in the lead, but we want both runners to succeed. And if they both PB, that's good enough for me, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So excited to see. Yeah.
Tournament and race PBs in general just hit different.
They do. You know why? Because you get a lot more people watching too, and it's just awesome to see everyone join in on your success. And honestly, when someone else is commentating, it just feels different. It's really cool.
Exactly.
It really does.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Yo, Nacho, what's up?
Nacho CPA is in the chat. He will be my opponent in about 2 hours.
I apologize, Flash, but you are cooked.
Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, we're supposed to be friendly here, but Nacho or Dark Spy has been roasting me constantly. We put on a front here. We actually do dislike each other. No, I'm kidding, of course. Dark Spy and I are good friends. But yes, let's see how many beams Naii gets. Oh no!
Oh, come on, no!
Game.
3 beams.
3 beams. This game.
Oh.
I've stopped counting. I've genuinely stopped counting.
Same. It is just unfortunate. Naii going for the safe strat for Nightmare E-Tank.
Naii, you are based. You know why? Because Barry will do that, and
oh
so
no, Flash! Oh no. Naii was facing left, entering Nightmare Room.
That means Nai's going to likely get a clockwise pattern, which is definitely going to make this fight a little tougher.
Ooh.
See how Naii handles it. You always want to face right when entering this room. It's a little tight because you're moving left after getting the energy tank. Thunder with a nice space boost. Does he get it into the room? Perfect. He will now get those items that we missed. Naii, honestly, let's see how he does here. He gets a counterclockwise movement.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, just set up.
To be fair, entering facing left doesn't guarantee a clockwise pattern. It just makes it more likely.
I see. Well, my mistake there for that misinformation. Yeah, Naii out here actually responding somewhat well. He has to not take too much damage. He is taking a lot of damage here.
That is true.
Come on, Naii. You got this.
Okay.
There you go.
Regarding why fusion runners in 100% get items in the order that they do, 9 times out of 10, the answer is as simple as it's just faster.
It's faster, yeah. So there will be some items that are very close to your main path that you simply ignore because it's actually faster to get it later in the run when Samus has more power.
Exactly. Like for a good example of that is Oasis in
nice Spark Thunder.
2. Absolutely. So Oasis in Sector 2, you can access it just after getting high jump, but you have to climb a ladder and then go back, and you have to go there and clean up anyway when you have gravity suit to get the other item in that left room of Oasis. So there's just no point in getting that missile so early on if you literally have to go back there.
Yeah, I can agree with that because it really is just slow when you don't have that gravity suit. And there are a few other items like that too, including leaving, I believe, Sector 2, the Kago, immediately after you get a high jump, you can go and just jump over it, but it's much faster to just kill it with a screw attack later on.
Okay, so Shmei telling us that entering left gives a 50-50 chance of randomizing the pattern, so it basically means it randomizes the second phase, because it's still random.
There you go. Well, the more you know. Listen to that. Look at that. You and I know our stuff about Metroid Fusion. Chat, seriously. If you want to correct us, let us know.
Oh, absolutely. We do not want to be spreading misinformation on purpose.
No, the only misinformation I will spread is that Mappo is a bad category. But, I mean, that's not misinformation if it's true, right?
I mean, the only misinformation you're spreading is about a recharge room in the Notori area? What's that all about?
Thunder showed it! Oh my gosh, I am being gaslit by my commentator partner right now. This is horrible.
I mean, it's clearly a modified ROM.
Oh my goodness,
we have no evidence of this being done on an actual Metroid Fusion physical cartridge.
5578, by the way, for Thunder. While my commentator continues to gaslight me, I am still paying attention to the race.
No, that was a really good time from Thunder in that escape.
Naii now gets red doors, by the way. This is a crucial part for Naii because Naii did forget Septic Tank, so hopefully he remembers it this time.
Is that what that room is called? Septic Tank.
Yeah, that room is called Septic Tank. I don't know why, but I mean, it does kind of resemble a septic tank. It's got 4 Skullterras and an Aqua Pirate.
That is a really interesting name for that room.
Gold Sizers are now spawned. Naii with the short hop and the quick kill with the plasma beam. Thunder will now go into lower 1, which some people call Torian. And honestly, I don't blame you.
It has the same vibe as Torian.
It does have the same vibe. It's just missing 2 key things. 1, Metroids, and 2,
Mother Brain.
Okay, I guess 3 because Mother Brain. But I was thinking Rinkas.
Oh, Rinka. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I despise Rinkas with a burning passion.
Oh, so do I.
Man.
Especially the ones in Dread.
Yes, the ones in Dread hurt.
Oh, they pack a wallop.
All right, here we go. Naii remembers the
Good stuff, Naii. Good stuff.
Now, if Naii collects all the rest of the items in Sector 4, it's just a simple going into Sector 4 and then dropping to Sector 2 for cleanup, which is ideal for the runners. Thunder with a nice reverse shot to kill the gold pirate. He will now grab the power bomb. All right, so, I think it's... Go on.
Do you know why turning your back to the golden pirates works to shoot them?
Hey, something about tricking the game into believing you're behind the pirates, which is how the game actually registers you killing them.
Yeah, because the game doesn't check if your positioning is actually behind the pirates. It just checks that you're facing the same way as it.
There you go. And it's as simple as that, but it really helps to speed up the fight. By the way, Naii getting 1/2 of the Kago Spark. He sadly missed the second part, but this is minimal time loss in comparison to just not breaking the Kago at all.
Exactly.
So we'll take that and raise your volume, chat. Here it comes.
Ooh.
This is Ridley. If you're not familiar with the game, Ridley is probably the most recurring boss in Metroid history. Samus's arch nemesis, who just loves to scream. And honestly, Dark, that was a really good fight by Thunder.
I think that was a textbook Ridley fight.
Yeah. Just needs to hit these doubles.
Oh, Thunder getting same framed. Oh no.
Oh no, yep, that definitely hurts.
Dude.
As I believe he was on, I haven't checked his splits, but he was just turning red as the core spawned. So he might have lost a decent amount of time there on the pace. I don't know what Thunder might be running against, but...
I can tell you, just from, hanging out with Thunder a lot, before his timer starts ticking red, it starts ticking purple, which is when he's already in the same amount of time loss as the previous split.
I see. So he needs to stay in the green here. So it doesn't look like this front is PB pace then.
Unfortunately not.
Here's the thing. It still looks like it's relatively close. He is putting on a decent run here. It's not like he's behind by a long period here. And I believe...
I can tell you he at Ridley was behind by 1 minute 20 seconds.
Really? Okay, well then never mind. Correct me if I'm wrong then. I thought he was a lot closer.
Meanwhile, Naii, who was on PV pace at Plasma Beam, is now plus 10.3.
Plus 10.3. Still a very, very makeable time save as possible.
Absolutely.
Especially at this level for speedrunning that Naii is at, Naii could save minutes. So it'll be interesting to see. And it does look like, by judging at the map for Sector 4, that Naii did indeed get all of the items this time, which means Sector 4 is cleared. Thunder is now beginning cleanup, which is the distinct second part of 100%. This is a 20 to 30 minute marathon where Adam is not interrupting you. Adam will only interrupt you if you go to Adam. So there are ways to avoid that. Each sector has 2 connectors to neighboring sectors. Some of them have 3. And you use these shortcuts to go on essentially a victory lap, getting every item in the game now that Samus has school attack.
Pretty much.
Thunder go for the saveless spark here. Nice. It's the first one.
Of course he does.
Really
it's
does.
Thunder.
Yeah, he does. Honestly, should be called Lightning because Thunder comes after Lightning. But this should
that is actually true.
To Lightning. Gets the shot cancel, which means he's in prime position for the second, and he gets it. Both savelesses. Naii now entering Sector 6 for the second time to fight the Wave Beam boss. Box 2.
Box 2 is just a really good example of good storytelling in a video game.
Yeah, there are plenty in Metroid Fusion, and Box 2 is definitely one of them.
And it's a good consequence of Fusion being really exposition heavy. Because you're explicitly told that the X can only infect organic matter, or rather, living beings, and you learn from Adam as well that because you've broken Box, its organic neural components are exposed. And it's those organic neural components that the X infect and not the robot itself.
And that's how all of a sudden, Box, after the second fight, is able to give you a cool power-up.
Exactly. The troll beam.
Yeah, the troll beam. Yeah, it's a real good power-up unless it's vanilla and randomized. Thunder going for a space boost. He messed up in the door transition. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it looked like the space boost. He might have pressed A or canceled the respin there. Goodness gracious.
That was that was actually very unfortunate.
If I am Thunder, I am definitely kicking myself for that, just because I know how much he's getting this room really well.
Yeah.
Naii now fighting Xbox, not the console. We just call it Xbox because it's box. In fact, with X.
Exactly.
We're funny here in the Fusion community. I promise. You just have to have our level of based humor.
That is actually so true, Flash.
Let's spit in only facts here in Speedgaming 3. By the way, go on.
We're also funny because we have a British individual in here by the name of Schmade.
Schmade is awesome. We love Schmade. You should follow Schmade too if you want to learn more about Fusion. Oh, and also Super Smash Bros. Yeah. He's good at that.
Oh, his DK is disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like playing against his Donkey Kong.
Schmade will also occasionally say some of the most out-of-pocket stuff out of nowhere.
Very entertaining.
Actually true.
Yeah. By the way, just to let you all know what the schedule is, Thunder in cleanup for Sector 3, fighting against the Stretchy, getting a power bomb, and now Naii will be entering the restricted section. Hopefully he lines up the Metroids at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have another Metroid Fusion race on Speedgaming 3 featuring myself and Nacho CPA. On Monday, we have 3 races. You remember when Baria pulled that back-to-back yesterday, right, Not? I was about to call you Nacho. Dark Spy?
Yes, I do.
Well, guess what? Autumn Out of Habit will do her 2 races, or 2 of her 3 races, against Glenn and Hercules back to back.
Whoa, that is
Yeah.
That takes some serious dedication.
And then at 8 o'clock, I will race Ronald Rage. That's going to be a fun race. I have been for a good friend, and all and I are just so closely matched on the leaderboard. It'll be fun.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Whoever wins the race between you and Rage advances through the group stage. No.
Well, that's assuming I beat Nacho. I gotta beat Nacho first.
True.
You know? So Nacho in my race is still important here, so we have to determine that one. But yes, that race will likely determine who can come out of the behind Monkey SMB, who just really Monkey destroyed us.
It's Monkey.
He's the number 1 seed for a reason. He's really, really good at the game. After my race against Ronald, Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, Destructor will be playing Autumn Out of Habit. And Friday, July 26th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Big Ohm will be playing the guy that's on the left side of the screen right now, Thunder, in their final race of the bracket. So, looking forward.
I believe Thunder with this win pretty much guarantees advancing through the group stage.
Yeah, that's if Big Ohm can. It can be quite tight, actually. Thunder has a tiebreaker against Baria, right? Because he beat him. So if Thunder wins this race, which he's on path to do right now against Naii, he'll have 2 wins. Baria will have 2 wins, but Thunder's 1 win before was against Baria. So that tiebreaker will mean that Thunder's ahead. But if Big Ohm were to theoretically pull off the massive upset against Thunder and then win his 3rd race, then Big Ohm, we would have a 3-way tie break here.
Oh boy.
If upsets happen, that can be something that's very interesting. If the bracket is played according to, or, the projected favorites, it should be Thunder and Baria coming out of this group to advance into the quarterfinals, which will begin roughly 2 weeks or so, I'd say.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. Thunder continuing to clear up Sector 3. Naii gets the infinite! Oh, no!
That is so unfortunate.
Oh, Naii. Naii
You
has
hate
been getting
to see it.
cursed. Goodness gracious.
It was looking like it was going to do it again. I was so upset.
I was scared. Yeah, Naii, if you're stream, my buddy, I'm feeling it for you, buddy. That is rough.
Gets beams.
Yeah.
Gets troll patterns from enemies and bosses. Gets the infinite looping X. Like, come on, what else can go wrong?
Goodness. Well, let's hope that's the final thing. That's very annoying. Now, thankfully, there are a few ways to negate that from happening. If you start to see the telltale signs, you could power bomb the X to kind of move it around the room, and that should allow it to spawn into the enemy that you need to kill. Or you could do what Naii did, which is just leave the room, but you got to be quick with it. The moment you notice, you need to respond, because again, it is a speed run at the end of the day. Naii, by the way, about to fight Ridley. We're going to keep the audio on Thunder here, so you won't hear Ridley a second time, but just imagine Ridley screams while the door gives Naii the Shmei treatment.
Classic.
You know what Nai's done with beams. We can exit this this crazy stretch. All right, now Thunder going for likely the space boost here. Let's see it. This is the first of many. And he gets it.
Of course he does.
Beautiful.
Expected nothing else.
This is a major time save over the other strategy, the Shine Spark strategy. I'm going to let you know right now, runners, if you do the Shine Spark, it's perfectly fine. I just started to switch to the Space Boost strat probably about a week and a half ago. The Shine Spark is safer. It's still pretty fast. But if you can nail the Space Boost, if that's something you're able to do, the amount of time save you get is truly wonderful, and it makes Sector 6 a breeze. Well, at least comparatively so. There's still 2 more hard rooms that we're about to see from Thunder and Cleanup. Naii clocking in with a 126.16 Ridley grab, I believe. So now Naii... Yeah, so Naii is now entering Cleanup. So Naii will follow the same path that Thunder did, going into 1, 3, 5, 6, and then we'll end Cleanup with 2. Thunder right now is in 6. Well, technically he's in the main deck grabbing this one item, but for all intents and purposes, he's in 6.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in Sector 6, grabbing that final power bomb in space. I don't know why there's a power bomb in space. Who put it there?
I mean, probably Adam, considering he didn't want it anywhere near anyone.
Yeah, true. Or maybe SAX. We've confirmed that the SAX has intelligence. So the SAX thought it'd be funny to just what if Samus is trying to clean up the station before she kills me? Maybe I should just hide this one item. Patented trolling from the main bad guy of this game.
True.
All right, watch Thunder carefully here. He's going to grab this missile, which is easy to get with the wave beam, and then he's going to do a bomb jump akin to what you would see in Metroid Zero mission with the acid worm skip. Up. Oh, nice respin.
Guess the crumble jump.
Yeah, the crumble jump space jump is not something that should be relied on as a primary pattern, but if you're able to get it as a backup, go for it. But honestly, if you're not good at the crumble jump, it's just straight up better to do the bomb jump that you saw Thunder do there.
Exactly.
All right, Thunder going to go for the next space boost. This one is noticeably harder than He's got an R shot, a pillar in the next room. Oh my goodness, he does it.
Of course.
Perfectly. Thunder is awesome. All right, Naii is going to go now for the Shine Sparks in this next room. Nai's not going to do save list, so you're going to see him go into the actual save room here to get an extra head start on the actual items. Falls down, kills this. Perfect. So Naii is well on his way to finishing cleaning Sector 1 while Thunder goes for the Missile Mimic, kills it, and then power bombs. Can he get past the bomb block before it respawns? Yes!
Of course he can.
Awesome.
Come
Good
on.
job. Good job by Thunder there. Naii is going to do a second Shine Spark. Holds it in, gets into the save room, will kill these Hornodes. Holds the spark. All right, here we go. Can he get it? This is a room that Barya struggled with, believe it or not. And gets it. Good job, Naii. Barya didn't struggle with it on his PP. He struggled with it on his first race. Clarify that.
Speaking of Hornodes, have you ever noticed that the second phase of SAX looks a lot like a Hornode?
Yeah.
I believe that it is implied that the X that infected Samus. Well, you see that in the opening cutscene of the game, but the SAX that you fight is the original SAX, like before it multiplied asexually.
And that would make sense because that is confirmed in the lore that they multiply asexually, and we do not know which one was killed when we eject the restricted area.
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool that indeed it would have the Hornode's DNA, because there's nothing saying that the X-Parasite doesn't have multiple characters' DNA.
Which you also see in Dread with Ravenbeak X.
Absolutely. Goodness, Ravenbeak. I hear that guy's got a 12-pack.
I thought it was a 16-pack.
Was it a 16-pack? We could be wrong. Someone in chat could correct us. All right. Now, Naii is going to collect the final item here in Sector 1. It's on the bottom right of lava here. Thunder is now going to go for an interesting item here. Believe it or not, there's one extra item in Sector 1, but you get it in Sector 2. Watch. You're going to see him do a quick spark. And then
that is
Shine
wonderful.
Spark, grab the power bomb. He's going to hold the spark again to quickly get out of Sector 1, and that's about it. Now Thunder's going to Shine Spark or get another speed boost and space boost to try to clear the lobby of Sector 2 as fast as he can. Let's see if he does it. Sparks up, really good movement, goes up. That's the ideal path. Good job, Thunder. Nearly perfect room there. Believe it or not, Dark Spy, it is faster to spark upward in that room because you go backward if you take the down path, so you're losing a good second of time.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes sense when you think about it.
All right, now Thunder's going. Nai's going to go into. Watch this carefully, Dark Spy, because I believe Naii does clean up in Sector 3 a little differently from the rest of us. It's
Really?
pretty fun to watch, yeah.
Also, let me give you some exclusive information. Thunder's 5 and 6 cleanup splits were golds.
Oh my god, it felt like they were really good. Did you see, by the way, what Naii did? Naii went right instead of left.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Ooh,
Thunder is...
that door fix, though.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, that door scrolls for, you literally lose a good second for that one. That's probably one of the biggest door fixes in the game, if not the actual biggest one. Thunder
I
now
believe it is
clearing
the biggest.
Oasis. Thunder's got 2 more items in Sector 2, the Zazabi Highway, or Speedway. Either way, I hate that room.
I think we all do.
That room is horrible. It's not a hard room, but when you mess up, it hurts.
Exactly. Not as much as messing up the room that Thunder is making his way to, Zazabi Highway, or Speedway, or whatever. I usually call it Speedway.
I see where Highway works. You know why?
It does.
Because they're both cleared at breakneck speeds.
Pretty much.
Florida drivers rejoice. I gave you a shout out.
Flash, you just
I
are
can make that joke.
Florida
I'm
man.
from Florida. Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of messing up Zazabi Speedway.
Yeah, I think Thunder may have pressed.
Oh no!
What's happening? Those missiles being fired at the ground are frustration. I can promise you.
They absolutely are. Oh no!
Let's see here. I'm telling you again, it's not a hard room, but if you make a mistake, you got to go all the way back to the bottom. So if you make a mistake, make it early. Don't make it at the top of this room because it is rough. Does Thunder do the speed keep? Let's see. Ooh, ooh. Bang!
My goat!
Look at that. Great speed check, redeeming himself after the first 2 mess-ups there in
Of course.
the Zazabi Highway. As you can see now, Dark Spy, Naii has collected the lava maze room, so he's going to go all the way back. Oh, I think I went into the wrong room. You want to go up to Bob's room to fall back through the pattern. This is pretty cool. I don't know if this is optimal or not, but it is fun to see.
I'm not sure actually.
This was the old route for Sector 3 cleanup, believe it or not.
Yeah, that is true.
So now what Nai's going to do is he's going to hold a spark, and he's going to... Oh, this is so much fun, sparking through this room. Look at him go.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, it's just fun.
Just going and going and going.
Bang. Thunder is now done with Sector 2, so now he is going to get the final item of 100%, and then just have Adam talk his ears off about why the Federation is making a horrible mistake, thinking they can handle the boogeyman.
The literal boogeyman.
Yeah. Honestly, I get it. You might think Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers from your typical slasher films, but no. SAX just has a different level of terror. Different level of terror there.
It's like it's literally a play on the concept of your biggest enemy is yourself.
Yep. And what's really cool about Metroid is they actually explore that ideal twice. Because, of course, in the Prime games, the biggest enemy ultimately turns out to be, what do you know, a clone of yourself again.
Yeah.
And they both, you would think it would be overplayed, but I don't think it is. I think it's really well done in both instances.
I would agree. Yeah. Thunder opting for a recharge.
Well, you know, I think Thunder needs it. 20 energy tanks may not be enough for the SAX. But Thunder essentially confirms right here and now that he has all of the items. 250 missiles, 74 power bombs. He is going. Schmade is utterly confused. He did not know there was a recharge room there as well. But believe it or not, there are recharge rooms all over the station. I keep trying to say that in chat.
Schmade would know about that recharge room if he played Mappo.
Oh, yes, he would.
Get to it, Schmade.
I won't, so you do it in my place, Schmade, since you don't like 100%. Here goes Samus's monologues after Adam essentially says, no, I'm keeping you in the navigation room, which is just horrible. Why would you do that to Samus? She's literally the hero of this game. But after some convincing by Samus, she'll convince Adam to essentially get out. And Adam will eventually tell her to take the space station and literally fling it into the planet to eliminate all X that are known to exist on both SR-388 and also on the space station. A genius idea when you think about it, until you forget, or until you learn, I should say, that, well, the Jozo from ZDR visited SR-388 when no one was looking. Yes, X-Parasites will sadly still be confirmed to live in the next game.
I mean, Nonetheless, it was still a smart idea.
Oh, it was a great idea. Honestly, no, you have to do that. You want to make sure you clear this parasite. I get it. Metroids are scary, but X parasites are scarier.
I don't know if this was ever confirmed, but I do believe that it is implied in some sort of dialogue.
Nice
either in
shot.
Fusion, yeah, either in Fusion or in Dread. I think it's implied that the X share a hive mind, which is why the X were willing to let the station blow up with the meltdown, because they knew of the existence of other X in SR388.
That would make sense.
Not only that, that makes me think about how frustrated the X on ZDR must feel, knowing that the X aboard the BSL could literally turn into the SAX, but they couldn't.
Ah, well, sucks to suck. They should have been there.
That's actually so true.
Absolutely. Thunder is now on the escape. Naii is now collecting the final item in Big Room. I just call it the Big Room.
I mean,
it's a big room. I mean,
listen, it's a room. It's big. It's the big room.
Yep, absolutely. Naii is now going to go into the lower parts of Sector 6 to get the few items. Bang. Look at that. Great movement overall.
Thunder opted to get another recharge.
Thunder really needs it. I'm telling you, Thunder is just really, really wanting to make sure, because you never know how much damage the Omega Metroid could do. I hear, rumor has it, Dark Spy, that it can knock out almost all of your HP in a single blow.
I don't believe that. That is lies.
So I think having 20 energy tanks is probably the smart idea here. Nice spark by Thunder. This is an interesting strat. I've never seen that before. Oh my gosh, I've never seen this room in the escape sequence. He's exploring for us. Wow, Thunder. Wow, it looks scary.
Opting to use the door instead of...
Wait a second. Why does it look like it was eaten? Wait, is that the path that the Omega Metroid takes?
I'm not sure, actually.
That might be some hidden storytelling right there. I never knew that. Oh, Thunder tried to do Pogo for us.
I do know... I didn't know that the Yakuza area becomes that way in the escape, but I've never actually given a thought of it as to why.
Now I'm missing a bomb just a little bit, but he's going for the next hard item. Thunder is almost done. He will clock in with a... It's might be 139. It's going to be close.
It's going to be close.
I think he 139's here, and I think Sinead
I don't think so.
Wrong. Let's see.
I genuinely don't think so.
8, 9. Oh, so close.
Not quite. Very unfortunate.
I would have loved to do it just so Schmade could be proven wrong in front of all of these people. But you know what?
That's so true.
Either way. GG to Thunder. 140 flat L. Goodness gracious. This, it's a time I'd kill for. Great job, Thunder. Congratulations on getting your win. We're going to watch Naii, of course, finish up, clean up here.
Of course.
If you were able to, I'm going to send Thunder an invite. Could you check and see what Nai's time is? Oh, never mind. You already sent Thunder the invite. Look, this guy's ahead of schedule. Anyway, Thunder.
Look at this guy.
Congratulations on those golds.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least I got value out of doing that run. That was. Please tell me you guys were counting my beams, because I need to know. I think that was a beam PB.
We lost track. We honestly stopped counting after. We stopped counting at Varia. You honestly, Naii had more than you, and then you surpassed Naii. Like, your beam count was horrid. You both had 4. You had 14 at Varia, and he had 13.
Do you want to tell us the thought process behind the 2 recharges before and after SAX?
I had to double check that I had everything, and I didn't lose anything during the fight.
Yeah,
fair,
of course.
Fair.
Yeah, just in case, sometimes you drop a missile tank, gotta make sure you got
true.
that.
That is actually true. What about the recharge room in Sector 2?
Oh, the run was dead, so I was like, you know what? We're proving the existence of this, because everyone seems to think it's fake, and it's not.
It's not fake. It's actually real. Thunder, my king, actually does it. He shows everyone in Speed Gaming. Speed Gaming, tell your family, tell your friends, there is a hidden recharge room in Sector 2 above Notori.
And it's also a good shout out for Mappo.
Yes, it's actually a room you need to get in map completion, or you
I mean, you need to get all of the rooms.
Yeah. Cry still doesn't believe me, but that's okay.
Naii,
haters are gonna hate.
not struggling too much with Crumble City.
Yeah, Naii does a good Crumble City here. Thunder, while Naii is completing Sector 2, a few things. You had, I guess, a gold in both Sector 5 and Sector 6?
Yeah, the Sector 6 one was like a second or something. It was like not
pretty
bad. I made the same error at the AWS item somehow. I don't know.
But you backed it up really nicely with the space jump there, where it looked like a crumble jump, maybe.
Yeah.
Was
That's
that
what I did? That was what I did in my other gold too. I don't know how it changed by that much, but I don't know.
Was it a crumble jump or a respin?
It felt like a crumble jump, but I could not tell you. I just start spamming whenever I do that.
That's fair enough.
Naii now getting the final item in 1. He's going to spark out of 2 to get the missile next to the Kago that he skipped over. Thunder! Listen, I'm not poking fun at you for what I'm about to say because it's happened to the best of us. Naii!
Naii?
Naii!
Naii?
Did
Oh
Naii
no!
skip the item?
Yeah?
Did Naii just space...
No. Yeah?
What?
Oh no!
Naii space boosted over a complete open missile. We gotta remind Naii to get that. If someone in his chat could remind him for sure. Otherwise, wow, that was I thought Naii was electing to do a shine spark, but Naii just completely jumped over it at that point.
Oh no! Nice chat is emote only.
Oh no! It might be over. It might be over.
It's actually Jover.
Well, anyway, what I wanted to ask was, Thunder, your Zazabi Highway didn't go so well. What happened there?
Yeah, nice. I pressed down, and it said downright. That is just fraudulent behavior.
Yeah, I saw you were firing missiles. That had to have been frustration. I was like,
yeah, the run was already dead, so it was like the fact that was gonna happen. It's like, really, what is the point of that?
Yeah,
it was just a waste.
But other than that, it looked like your cleanup was good. I saw, the space boosts were great in Sector 6. I know 1 was almost good. There was a little bit of a probably, I guess,
my B dropped. I don't know how my B dropped. I was holding B the whole time, and it just made me break spin. I was very confused.
Well, you know what? You were able to knock that out, and a solid 106 puts you now at 2 wins. So now you hold the tiebreaker over Barrio, who also has 2 wins. You will guarantee a win out of the group with all you really need to do is beat Big Ohm, and you'll have that race in 5 days, I believe, right?
Yeah, next weekend.
All right, so that's going to be an interesting race.
All right. Meanwhile,
we are going back.
We are going back.
Naii actually recognized it. How did someone let Naii know? Maybe
either he recognized it or he's watching the restream.
I see. Well, either way, Naii, good on you for catching that item a lot earlier. Thunder, overall, we've talked to you before about this, so we don't want to kind of hit home the same points. But at the same time, for those in chat who are watching, what are some of Hundo's strong points? I get it. Hundo's a stressful run, especially for a top runner such as yourself, but it's got to have some points that are enjoyable, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, cleanup in and itself is just a whole different thing. Like, you only do it here. And it, like, the strats I've picked up in the last couple weeks just getting ready for this, like, they're so cool. All the space boosts, so cool.
I agree, for sure. And also, it's just nice not to be interrupted by Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn time.
That was the funny part to me, was I was doing the run, and I was like, I'm not getting any beams, and all of a sudden I'm golding now, That's
yeah. RNG actually plays it.
I wonder.
I wonder if bad RNG actually has an effect on the time.
I was playing bad to start off, though, so, I mean, that and getting bad luck, it wasn't a good recipe, but, I mean...
It was enough for a win, which, end of the day, is what you needed in this race.
Did you see my Yakuza? I hope you enjoyed that. Another day at the office.
Yeah,
Yakuza was hype.
Yakuza was really good. I also noticed your Arachnus was pretty solid as well, and you had finally like a decent Zazabi. Finally,
no.
I think I counted 6, so maybe I counted wrong then.
Well, I had whatever it was, 3 beams. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know what the jumps were, and then I didn't even get a chance to do the bomb block skip in that Blue Zora room.
Yeah, I saw you
Everything
attempting
else
to
was,
do
like,
it.
fine.
Definitely saw you attempt to do it. That bomb block strat, believe it or not, a lot of the top messed up that strat trying to do it.
It is pretty tight.
It definitely is tight, but it is definitely a nice time save for sure. And I think it's definitely over a second. It has to be.
I
Whatever
think so.
the time is to place another bomb and wait. And these
Yep.
are long bombs in this game.
A nice amount of power bombs by Naii, by the way. Now finishes.
Oh, that's so
Dang.
true.
Yeah. So what Naii is going to do is going to clear Sector 2 and get hopefully just one more item, which is the power bomb in the main deck. Afterward, Adam will talk Samus's ear off for a little bit, and then Naii will fight the SAX. Thunder, it was really interesting when you showed us the hidden path to the back door of main deck, because I never really went back there during Emergence or during Escape, and we started to wonder if maybe that was the path that or at least I started to wonder if that was the path where the Omega Metroid takes to get
That's
to
what I always thought as a kid. That's why I didn't know if anyone else knew it looked like that, but yeah, it does look
I
like
did.
that.
I did.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see that, because right now, as you can see, Nai's looking at it pristine, but only during Escape, all of a sudden, it looks like that. So,
Though, that does beg the question: if it went from Sector 1 to Sector 2 to Reactor, why doesn't Sector 2 look all messed up?
I wonder if it's just happening during the SAX fight. That's probably what the game devs probably want you to believe. That
Maybe.
it's traveling through Sector 2 as you're fighting the SAX. Either
Yeah,
way,
maybe.
hopefully this is all items. I don't think Naii missed anything aside from that. Naii chooses to do cleanup a little differently. Gets Ripper Road during cleanup, does Sector 3, does Lava Maze after Garbage Chute,
Mm-hmm.
which is very interesting, but it does enable a cool little spark side hopper.
Listen, no matter how anyone else in this tournament does cleanup, nothing will be as hype as reverse cleanup.
Oh, absolutely. And our very own Dark Spy did that for sure. So
Patent pending, by the way.
patent pending. Yeah.
Hey.
Old cleanup that every single runner who's been here since 16 has done at least once. But hey, Dark Spy came up with it.
Oh, absolutely. I am the creator of that.
Thunder, is there anyone you're looking forward to maybe racing down the line if you get out of play?
Hopefully either you or Rage, whoever wins that one.
Oh,
I need you guys.
boy.
I need one of you guys to win that, and then I need one of you guys to beat Mike.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well, that's a big ask for
And
the
then,
mic.
then we'll duel for third.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Bye.
Look at Monkey in the chat. Monkey has made an appearance. For those who don't know, Monkey SMB seed of this race. Thunder is the number 3 seed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need a Thunder. I need a Thunder versus Mike race because that would just be beer percent.
That's actually true. I'm
Is that-
perfectly okay with gentlemaning that.
Is that
Oh.
likely to happen? Are you matched up in that bracket?
I'm not sure.
Well,
No.
if he makes it, if he gets to quarterfinals and then loses, then yeah,
Okay.
then he would go to third.
Let me see. So that's how that will happen. This is a slightly different bracket from what we did in the Any Percent. Curious. It was double elim for the Any Percent tournament. For this, it is group play. Everyone gets to race everyone in their
Whoa.
own group, and then it is single elimination from the quarterfinals onward. Naii going for an also similar strat to what most runners will do. It's just freezing the SAX and shooting it with a charged shot. It is, believe it or not, faster to shoot diagonally up top because you're getting more hits per frame with the overall charge beam. But
Exactly.
it's still faster. What Naii did is faster than just using normal charge wave beam shots. You want to freeze the SAX. It actually does more damage when you hit it afterwards. So here we go with Naii. Hopefully we can get some doubles here. It's a little hard to see if they tink with the diffusion effects, but
Both attempts had a tank.
all right.
So did that one.
4. So 2 more, it looks like. Yeah, so no doubles
one
here
more.
for Naii, but definitely at least a relatively smooth fight. I do believe Nai's P 150 Sadly, we're not going to see a personal
No, we're not
best
going to see
here.
a personal best, unfortunately.
Thunder, you should have seen it. And I had a big turnaround. Being a 1.5x runner, he from, what was it, Dark Spy? Plus a minute to minus 10 seconds in a single split?
It was plus 120, I believe, to -2.
There you go. So, as you can see, plenty of time save
Oh,
overall.
absolutely.
Dark Spy.
Yeah.
I know you caught the 3 same frames I did on cores. That was hype.
Yes, I did. I called out every
3
single one of them.
Oh.
That was on the Yakuza core, right?
No, I did it on
it was-
Brad once and twice on Ridley.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it was Ridley. And that's a shame because your Ridley fight was textbook. It was perfect.
Yeah.
The
Until
actual
the core.
was so good, and then I just couldn't do a double for saving my life. I was
Oh,
like,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
why?
We thought that was gonna gold.
Oh no! After missing the first double, it's over.
So that
My
fight
gold there
is,
is like actually kind of decent.
I see. All right, Naii, are you gonna go for Pogo? No, Naii just wants to finish the run at this point.
Yeah.
Looks like Nai's in pace for a 1.53, which will be honestly not that far away from their personal best. Once we see the absorption of the SAX core, we will indeed see if Naii got all the items, which I think after going back to collect that missile in the Kago room, you should have. So there it goes. Do we get a fast spawn?
Unfortunately
No.
not.
But we do have all the items. So 250 and 74 are the magic numbers. Naii gets a hit stun.
Oh,
Almost had it. Just got to fire a little faster to do it. But
yeah,
very
just a
close.
tad faster. And the double swipes from the Omega, super rude.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's even worse? When you get the rare quadruple strikes. Oh,
Oh yeah, I haven't seen those in ages.
definitely painful there. But GG to Naii for finishing the run.
Absolutely. GG's.
And Naii will hopefully join the race commentary here. I'm assuming Dark Spy already did it because Dark is just very punctual. So
I waste no time.
waste no time. Well, that's the opposite of what I do. All the time in the. There you go.
See? Told ya.
Perfect. Naii is in the
GG,
chat.
Naii.
GG Naii, congratulations on it was a close run for sure on at least to your PB pace there. Well, when you I'm assuming Nai's gonna finish advancing to the text there. Naii, how do you feel after that run?
I did a big dump.
Are you
What
talking
are we
about
talking
second
about?
Yeah.
two?
We saw.
I wanted to do the space boost just to get out, and then I was like, wait.
We all saw it and we were like, oh no, he jumped right
no.
over it. You were probably moving so
Yeah.
fast that you didn't
I
see
usually
it.
grab that on the way back, but I
I
jumped
see.
over it because I wanted to do the space boost.
Listen, I tried telling you in your stream to go back to get it, but you had your stream on emote only mode.
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't mentioned it on the recent.
Oh, okay. So that
See,
does confirm that Naii was watching through the replay.
Exactly. There we go.
Awesome job there. Naii, it seemed we stopped keeping track, but it seems like you have just been kind of unlucky with eye doors in this tournament.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me recall how many I got this time.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
I stopped counting after 13, but I know you got way more than that. I think you had 20 in
I
the
had
first race.
12 by charge 4.
12 by
Yep.
charge 4. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, then I got
That's
one
all
on
good.
Zastavi, one on Ceres, one on Barriacor, one on Gary, one on PBs, 3 on PBs, on Yak, 3 on Nightmare.
So that's already
and
20 at that point.
one
Christ.
on Screw.
So 21. So you actually, if you, I don't know if it was, but 40 beams and 2 runs, that would make any Metroid Fusion runner in the community want to pull their hair out. So kudos
So
to you.
true.
Combined, we
Power
probably
to
close to
that.
maxed it.
Yeah, because Thunder had at least for a while now was tied with you on beams. You had the most at charge beam, but but then it was just a combination of Zazabi and Saris throwing 3 beams at Thunder too. So,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
oh,
I think I had 3 no beam doors. It was what? Barrier, Wide, and Ridley. Everything else
There
was
you
3
go.
or more.
Jesus Christ.
Also angry about Yakuza.
Oh, I noticed that you were like 1 or 2 missiles away from actually
I
getting
was
the
so mad.
phase 2. Oh, that was heartbreaking.
Oh,
I wanted to give you some commentators' blessing because we were hoping you got 0 beams in a 1 round on Yakuza, and you did for a moment. So we were so excited.
It was almost a 1 round. Like, come
Yep.
on.
It's even worse because my Space Jam split, I saved 70 seconds.
Yes, you did.
70. Yes, we remember seeing
Like
that big
a minute
turnaround.
more. I was like,
yeah.
oh, I made PB, and then Nightmare came.
I noticed that you were, I believe it was something like 1 minute 15 seconds behind, and then I looked again. You were 2 seconds ahead. And I was like, "Whoa, what happened here then?"
My PB's jack is atrocious. That's what happened.
Well, well, GG's to both of you. Really
bless.
interesting race. Thunder with the double recharge before and after sacks.
Yes.
Uh,
we need that.
Do you guys want to share any closing thoughts?
Nothing in particular.
I didn't forget Septic Tank this time.
No, you didn't.
there
But
you
I
go.
forgot something else.
GG.
Well, Flash, do you want to do the closing honors?
Sure, I'll do the closing honors here. Thanks again for Thunder and Neither Bat for racing. You will see both of them, I believe, one more time. Some of the races will soon to be scheduled, so stay tuned, of course. We will have, of course, more races through the week. We have one more race tonight. It is on this channel here. It's in about, an hour and 10 minutes, so there will be a brief reprieve here. Well, I will be racing Nacho, so if you want more Metroid Fusion 100%, be sure to tune in then. Make sure you follow these racers, okay? All right, so we're going to do !R for the racers.
Yes.
Follow them. They run not only Metroid Fusion, but other games as well. I got to give Neither Bath a little personal shout out for being a Metroid Prime 2 runner. Amazing game. All right. So definitely give them a follow and make sure you follow all 6 Speed Gaming channels for more speed running fun, not just for Metroid Fusion, but for a whole bunch of amazing games. Thanks to Dark Spy. Thanks again to the racers here. And
thank you, Flash.
Of course, thank you. And for the Speed Gaming volunteers who have helped us on the Discord side of things to kind of help this get going, Baria as well. Special shout out to you for always being a great help. That is it for us. Oh yeah, hi Baria.
Hi, Baria.
I'll
None of
be
this would be
signing off,
possible.
Yeah.
None of this would be possible without all of the hard work of the Speed Gaming volunteers. So if you are able to do so, please help out Speed Gaming.
Yeah, they're great. They help us out a lot, and we love when we do these tournaments here. And,
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll have many more races, so stay tuned for sure.
All right. That's everything from us. We hope to see you in the next races. See you next mission.
Have a good one, everyone.